frozen.
The York Revolution is on Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK.
Onto the track, it is gone! It's gone!
Revs Baseball is brought to you by Wellspan Sports Medicine, PeoplesBank, Shipley Energy, Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care, Maple Donuts, Harvey's Rental, Flying Feet, Kochman Kunkel Insurance Group, Broadway Transmission, Dasher Investment Services, Smith Wealth Advisory Group, Royal Manchester Golf Links, Dutch Apple Dinner Theater, York County Bar Association, Lidl, CBD Supply MD York, Crunch Fitness, Columbia Gas, York County Solid Waste Authority, PSECU, and by the Pennsylvania Lottery.
Deep left center, it is gone! Swing and a miss, he struck him out! Base hit! Revs win!
Now, with the call of today's game, here's the voice of the York Revolution, Daryl Henry.
Good afternoon, everyone, from PeoplesBank Park here in downtown York. Welcome to games number 98 and 99 of York Revolution Baseball. Today we try again, looking to play two. It's the final two of the 2021 season series between the Revs and the Lancaster Barnstormers. Hi again, everybody. Daryl Henry alongside Ray Jensen. Welcome to a cloudy but dry day for baseball here at PeoplesBank Park. Last night we got 6 innings in before lightning and rain forced the rain-shortened first game to be called and the second game in last night's scheduled doubleheader to be moved to today. So we try again for a twin bill today, but it was a successful night last night. Revs winning 6-4 in 6 innings. That was good enough for a third straight win. They enter play today 2 games back in third place in the North, and they can get to 500 with a win in Game 1 today. It also handed Lancaster an 11th consecutive loss, and head-to-head, it gave the Revs a 6th consecutive win against Lancaster, and it gave them the Cup for a second straight season, getting win number 13, 13-10 in this year's 25-game series, with games 24 and 25 scheduled to be completed today. Game 1 today, it'll be Duke Von Schaman against lefty Augie Silk. 2 7-inning games today. And as we take a look at what's on tap, brought to you by Brewery Products and Bud, which is always on tap here at PeoplesBank Park. Well, right straight ahead, we've got Mace. Since it's an abbreviated pregame with the early start today, we let you hear the entire first hour of the Doug Gottlieb Show before we cut in. So right now, we've got Mace queued up as the Revs get set to take the field here momentarily. It is time for today's Broadway Transmission Manager's Report.
All right, Mace. Well, at the professional level, it's not often that a game gets stopped with lightning in the sky. You're not using aluminum bats and all of that. But take us down in the field last night. Was it good timing to make that call?
Well, it turned out to be, of course, we've played with lightning before, but they did say there was a lightning strike like 2 blocks away. So that was the whole reason why they took us off the field initially. And then once we went into the clubhouse, then the rain started coming and pretty much rained the rest of the night. So, the lightning strike was just because there was one they said 2 blocks away. So that's why they were uncomfortable and made everybody get off the field.
Pretty resilient win in just 6 innings. They had tied it once and you took the lead on a homer. Then they took a brief lead and you came right back again.
Yeah, Dotel come up with a really big hit there last night. I'm not sure how he hit that ball. It was so down in the zone, but we know Dotel, there's not too many pitches he can't hit if he can make contact everywhere. So But no, I mean, the guys kept battling back. It was just, both pitchers would have they'd have a lead, then they'd give it up, back and forth, like you said. So, but we put ourselves in a good situation going into the 7th inning with the best closer in the league, leads the league in saves. Jimmy was coming in to get the last 3 outs, and I didn't know what was going on, because at first I saw our tarp crew down there, and then I saw them all take off and head back up toward the concourse. So I thought, okay, maybe we're going to try to get it in. We have enough time. But then the umpires called me over, and it's like, hey, we have a lightning strike 2 blocks away, so we're going to pack it in. I said, and that was it. So, yeah. So I mean, it's you don't win too many games that way, but we've been on the other end of that one too. So I mean, I get it. It's frustrating if you're on the losing side, but we've been on that side too. So, and it was the right move, because it poured. I mean, it poured. If we would have pulled that tarp and that rain like that, we might have lost the field for today. So, I mean, tough decisions, but it was the right one.
Well, and we'll try 2 again today. And as far as the offense goes, a couple of the guys that came up big for you, Jack Kenley had a big game, and he had kind of been fighting through it recently. That was good to see. JC, he continues to, when he gets hits, they seem to be really clutch.
Yeah, he hit that home run to center field. That was definitely a big swing, and so was Kenley. So a couple home runs yesterday, that always helps, especially in a short 7-inning game. It was nice to have the lead right away, 2-0, but I mean, they tied it up with Clark's homer, and so it was just back and forth. They have a good hitting team. I mean, they do. They swing the bat well, especially against us. So we did a pretty good job. Nicely did a good job the first night, and Rivera, for the most part, did a pretty good job till we got deep into the 5th inning. But but Cruz was really good and ended up getting the save error. So we'll see what happens today. We have Duke game 1, and then our new lefty Sean McFagan. He'll be game 2, so it'll be our first time to see him.
All right, Mace. Thanks a lot. Good luck today.
Yep, thank you.
All right, Revs manager Mark Mason on the Broadway Transmission Managers Report. Diamond Doug had our national anthem today, and we're just about set as Duke begins his on-field warm-ups. The lineups today brought to you by Flying Feet. For Lancaster, it's Melvin Mercedes leading off at second. Alejandro De Aza moved up to the 2-hole. He's in center. Kelly Dugan bumped up to third, and he'll play first base. Ladarius Clark in the cleanup spot is in right field. They have bumped Galen and Gindel down. Blake Galen will DH and hit 5th. Caleb Gindel in left field is hitting 6th. Blake Allemond at third base will bat 7th, hitting 8th. And catching today is Anderson De La Rosa. And Cleo Luis Rondon at short will round it out. Augie Silk is on the mound for them. Again, it's Mercedes, De Aza, Dugan, Clark, Galen, Gindel, Holloman, De La Rosa, and Rondon. For the Revs here in Game 1 today, it is James Harris leading off in left. Jack Kenley at second base hits second. Carlos Franco at third base will bat third. Cleanup man is Nelly Rodriguez at first base. Josue Herrera will DH and hit 5th. Wellington Dotel in right field is batting 6th. JC Encarnacion in center hits 7th. Osmi Gregorio, the shortstop, batting 8th. And Lenin Rodriguez will do the catching for Duke Von Schaman and hit 9th. Again, Harris, Kenley, Franco, Rodriguez, Herrera, Dotel, Encarnacion, Gregorio, and Rodriguez. And that brings us to first pitch today as Melvin Mercedes digs in. Duke making his 20th start of the year. 5-7 with a 5.93 ERA, which ranks 10th in the league. Our Dasher Investment Services first pitch is outside. We're underway today at 4:03 in the PM as Duke winds and fires. And a swing at a line drive, center field. Encarnacion cuts over toward right center. He's there, and he squeezes it. A quick first out for Duke, who comes in 4th in the league in innings, 112 and a third. 146 hits, but only 33 walks. 48 Ks, opponents hitting 309. 5 starts against Lancaster this year. He's 3-0 against them. 3 of his 5 wins, 4.55 ERA against the Barnstormers. And for the first time all day, the sun is trying to force its way through. Here is Alejandro De Aza as he looks at a ball down low. De Aza's been a tough out for Duke, although that's been the case for everybody, but he is 6 for 8 with 2 doubles off Duke. 1-0, and he swings and sends one the other way, but foul into the corner in left. Game time temp on the board here reads 84 degrees. It's been cloudy all day, but some sunshine for the first time all day. Weather brought to you by Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care. De Aza hitting .327, 9 home runs. Major League vet, hitting from the left. Here's the 0-1, and he swings and misses. Good two-seamer from Duke. Or that was the 1-1 rather, now ahead a ball and 2 strikes. Revs are in their traditional home whites. They do have the Explore York hats here today. Be auctioned off. Pitch is swung on and missed. A cutter down and in, and he tied up De Aza. 2 up, 2 down for Von Schaman to start things off. Lancaster is in alternate red jerseys today. Almost solid red, except for some black and gray on the sleeves. It says LANC across the front. Lank. Here's Kelly Dugan as Duke misses outside first pitch. Dugan 6th in the league in hitting, .342. He's got 12 home runs, 75 driven in, which ranks 7th. Pitch, fastball, that's in for a strike. Plate on today is Steve Zawiski. Dave Snyder, the crew chief at first. Scott Hart at third base. Duke winds and delivers. And a swing and a foul tip into the mid. 4-seam fastball right in under his hands. Dugan 3 for 10 with 3 walks off Von Schaman this season. Base is empty, 2 outs. Lenine gives the signs. Duke angled toward third as he stands. Now wants to go through it again, pats his chest and says, "My bad." Trying to get together on what they hope will be an inning-ending pitch. 2 up, 2 down. They set up in again. Pitch to Dugan. Cutter just in off the corner, but good spot. Duke seems to have good command of both sides here early. Played Dugan to pull in the infield. The pitch. He swings and misses on a 2-seamer running away. Foul tip squeezed. And Duke looking sharp early. 1-2-3 first with a pair of punch-outs. We played half an inning this afternoon in Game 1. It's the Barnstormers nothing. The Revs coming up.
Did you know that York County has a new brand? A brand built on the maker's spirit that drives our economy. York County stretching west from the Susquehanna, downtown through the city of York, and over to the borough of Hanover, preserves 3 centuries of life in South Central PA. From farms to factories, motorcycles to snack foods, art to history, we make it all in York County. Learn more today at haveitmadehere.com.
There's a lot of talk out there about good health care. We all want a good plan. But step outside and take a good look at all those beautiful trees and shrubs in your yard. Do you have a plan to maintain their good health? Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care has a veteran staff of 12 fully licensed and trained tree health care professionals to rely on, including 10 certified arborists and 3 PA certified horticulturalists. So don't let your trees and shrubs fend for themselves against Mother Nature. Visit heritagelawnandlandscape.com and get world-class care right in your backyard.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called PeoplesBank Park. PeoplesBank has been serving the community for more than 155 years. Always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make our communities great, and to you having a great time at PeoplesBank Park. PeoplesBank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Downtown's ready. Are you? The Revs play here. Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK, York.
One, two, three first for Duke, who certainly looks sharp. Revs facing lefty Augie Silk here this afternoon. He is 4-5 with an 8.41 ERA, 18th start of the season for Silk. 81 and a third innings, 95 hits. Opponents hitting 292. But his biggest problem, more than one walk per inning, 84 walks in 81 and a third, 75 strikeouts, which is tied for ninth most in the league, but the walks have been pretty out of control, no pun intended. It's his sixth start against York. He is 0-1, 4 no decisions. At times he's turned in pretty good efforts against the Revs, but overall a 7.97 ERA. The number's pretty similar against York as to what he's done against the rest of the league. High walks. And James Harris leads off. First pitch fastball is a called strike. Harris at 275, 10 home runs for the year. 2 for 6 with a double off Silk this season. Here's the 0-1. And a fastball that's across for a strike. High 80s, maybe low 90s for Silk, who's just a second-year pro. Into his windup, fires. Breaking ball, line to left center field, leadoff hit. DeAza over to glove it. Harris is on to start things. Behind 0-2, and Silk left one over the middle with not nearly enough movement, and James Harris singles to start us off. We'll bring up Jack Kenley, who had a big night last night, doubled, homered. Comes in today hitting 293 with 10 home runs, 6 of those against Lancaster. Hitting 390 against the Barnstormers. First pitch is down low. Against Silk, he's 2 for 5 with 2 RBIs, 4 walks. Pitch and a swing and a pop foul out of play to the left. Silk, who June 12th, couple weeks into the season, made his first pro start. So he's been there most of the year. He's second in the league in walks with 84. Here's the 1-1 and a swing and a looping fly left center. DeAza cruises over and the center fielder's got it. Oh, 1 away. Only Henry Owens of Lexington has walked more. Owens with 91 walks issued this year. And with 1 on and 1 out, Carlos Franco to the plate. And Franco again in that 3 spot with Malky out. Franco, the high Sox look today. First pitch is up high from Silk. Did he switch batting helmets too? He's got just the front ear flap. I don't know why I thought he had been going with the double ear flap. He looks different today. There's the 1-0, and that is down low. He's hitting 278, 8 home runs, 37 ribbies in 29 games. He faces Silk for the first time. No score here in the first. Revs with 1 on, 1 out. And the lefty's pitch, fastball. There's a called strike. Silk's last outing, he lost to Long Island Saturday, 6-2. 6 2/3 innings, 6 runs, 5 were earned. Walked another 6 in that one. 143 pitches thrown. He fires and a swing and a foul over the third base roof. That's the most by a Barnstormer this season. I would like to think it would be the most in the league, but 143 in 6 2/3. There is something wrong with that picture. Now he's ready. 2-2. And a fastball paints the outside corner. Franco is punched out. 92 on the black. He knew it. That's out number 2. You know what? We're going to find out. We can find out. Was that the most pitches thrown in an Atlantic League game this season? Well, at least I think we can find. It was. The previous high was Darrell Thompson's 137 in the complete game he threw in late June against York. And that was in 9 innings. This was 6 2/3. Here's Nelly, who swings and skies one foul the other way. That'll reach the seats in right.
If you look at that list even further, Darryl, Silk has 3 of the highest pitch totals in the league this year in single games.
Man. Yeah, he's got a couple others in the high 120s. 3 of the highest 5 totals belong to him. And they play Nelly on the overshift to pull. He lets a fastball come through for a strike. It's 0-2. No score here in the first today. Nelly against Silk, 3 for 3, a double, 4 RBIs, couple walks. He's hitting 400 off lefties. Silk the pitch, and he checks on a fastball down and away. Trackman didn't give it. They're hollering at Zawiski to ask if he went, and he did not, is the call. Rather a boisterous Lancaster dugout clamoring for an appeal.
Gotta imagine they're not in a pleasant mood, having lost all of their last 11.
Pitch, and it is down low. You mean like every single one of them?
Every single one.
So like not even one win?
No.
Yeah. You mean like not even half a win?
Do we have those in baseball?
No.
That's what I thought.
Here's the 2-2. And a swing and a drive! High and deep to left center! Where's this one coming down? Way out of here! Nelly Rodriguez, home run number 18! And the Revs have struck first here today, 2-0. Here in the bottom of the first inning, a bomb hit out over the edge of the nemesis and out of sight. Nelly with his 18th. It was a no-doubter. He got every ounce of it. And the Revs have flexed first today as Nelly flexes his number 18 and a 2-0 lead here in the first.
His second 2-run hit in as many games. Yesterday was the 2-run single. This time the 2-run bomb. So he can, any which way you want it, he can deliver runs.
Light tower power, and that's the direction in which he sent that one. The Revs have jumped out first today. Here is Josue Herrera. And Silk delivers up and outside. That ball was annihilated. It's actually been a bit since he's really turned on one. Pitch to Herrera is swung on and skied foul the other way and left. A couple of weeks ago, he was on a pretty good home run binge, but he was staying right down the middle of the field, maybe slightly toward right center with a bunch of those. And he unloaded on this one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Silk the pitch, and it's down and away. Was that because this is 90s night?
Let's not accompany that with dial-up sounds, please.
I'll never forget mine. Pitch. Oh, look out. In tight on Herrera's knuckles. Just remember a lot of scratching, waiting and wondering if the AOL is going to work this time or not. That's a service probably best left dead and buried. You know, now we can like text and stuff. There's the wind, the 3-1, and a swing and a foul back up over the roof. Herrera, who's hitting .261, he's got 8 home runs. Batting .330 here at PeoplesBank Park. Oh for 2 with a couple walks against Silk this season. Pitch to him, and a swing and a foul back upstairs again. Revs a 2-0 lead on Nelly's breathtaking 18th blast. As a team, the Revs with their 122nd, they're up to 3rd in the league in home runs. Silk deals, and a swing and a miss. Gets Herrera on a high fastball, and that'll end the first, but not before the Revs jump on top. 2 runs on 2 hits, nobody left, and Nelly unleashes. It's a 2-0 York lead as we head to the second in Game 1 today.
Comfort and convenience await you at the newly renovated 4 Points by Sheraton York, situated in the suburb of historic downtown York. Our hotel provides easy access to popular local attractions including the Harley-Davidson Factory, the York Fairgrounds, Hershey Park, the Gettysburg Battlefield, and Lancaster Amish Country. Unwind in our spacious hotel rooms featuring plush beds, complimentary high-speed Wi-Fi, and other home-like amenities. Head to our on-site restaurant and lounge, Trios, to enjoy delicious American cuisine or an evening cocktail. Keep up with your exercise routine while traveling by using our family-friendly hotel's fitness center and the largest indoor heated pool in York. We also feature flexible meeting space for memorable events. The combination of modern accommodations, excellent service, and a great location will make your stay at 4 Points by Sheraton York. Shadowfax is committed to helping people with intellectual disabilities live an everyday life in their home and community. Currently, Shadowfax is seeking applicants with a passion for making a difference, one person at a time. Open positions include residential direct support professional, day services community support staff, LPN, IT manager, and residential schedulers. For a full list of open positions and pay rates, visit shadowfax.org. Shadowfax, building relationships, creating possibilities. Shadowfax is an equal opportunity employer.
Catch the Revs all season on Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Revs a 2-0 lead on Nelly Rodriguez bomb to left center in the first. Duke Von Schaman back at it. He was sharp in a 1-2-3 first with 2 strikeouts. Say hello to former co-worker Melissa Clark, who's tuned in today. I guess streaming would be the appropriate verbiage. Here's Ladarius Clark, who leads off and looks at 1 low. Clark in the cleanup spot today, hitting .274, 13 home runs. There's the 1-0, and he swings, drives it to right center field. Long run for Dotel. This carries over his head against the base of the wall padding. And Clark will scamper into second with a leadoff double. He does love to hit it the other way. Hit that one deep and off the base of the padding. And a leadoff 2-base hit as Lancaster looks to answer early. And Blake Galen to the plate. It's interesting that they moved Galen and Gindel down. Galen DHing in Game 1. He's hitting .278, 16 home runs. 63 RBIs. Against Duke this year, 2 for 8 with 3 walks. Von Schaum in the pitch, and it is inside. The game that Duke is coming off of Saturday night at Southern Maryland, and he was magnificent for most of the night and then ran into some horrid luck in the 6th inning. As he comes set with it, Gregorio up the middle behind Clark as Duke delivers a called strike up and on the outer border. Leaves Galen smirking and chuckling as he does not seem to be in agreement with Trackman on this. A pleasant way of making his feelings felt. The 1-1, that is a called strike, down and on the outer half. Another good 2-seam sink from Duke. But a no decision Saturday at Southern Maryland, the Revs lost. He went 5+, 5 runs, 4 earned. Gave up a run on 3 hits in the first, but then just 1 other hit until the 6th. That's when things went haywire. 4 runs in the 6th. Delivers, and a swing and a shot the other way. Base hit to left. Clark up to third. Harris on it. They're going to send him, and Harris didn't seem to anticipate that. Didn't unleash a full-strength throw, and Clark scores, and he missed the cutoff man, Franco, and that allows Galen to take second on it. So an RBI single for Galen. And Harris either didn't have a grip or he thought Clark was stopping and wasn't going to go full bore on that throw. And Clark beats it to the plate easily, and Galen moves up as well. So a 2-1 game. And here is Caleb Gindel. Duke with the pitch, and a swing and a shot pulled way foul and right. Gindel hitting .282, tied for the league lead in home runs with 29, 4th in RBIs with 77. Duke's held him to 1 hit in 14 at-bats, but the 1 was a home run. Fires, and a swing and a dribbler right side. Kenley ranging to his left, gobbles it up 2-handed, turns and makes the throw. Nelly receives it and gets his arms out of the way with Gindel approaching. Galen goes to third base with 1 out. That game Saturday at Southern Maryland, Duke had what should have been a double play for 2 outs, no base runners in the 6th. He was in such a groove, and you figure would have kept cruising into the 7th at least, but ball took a bad hop, an error on that awful field they have. Here is Blake Alleman, who looks at a ball high. 4 runs scored in the inning. He still was lifted with a 1-run lead, but Southern Maryland's comeback was finished in the 8th. The 1-0, and that runs inside and missed. Blake Alleman, the hitter, he's hitting .271, 9th in the league in home runs with 20. 1 for 9 off Duke, but has walked 3 times. Both these starters today have faced the opponent many times this year. Here's a swing and a chopper right side that'll score the run. Nelly leaves the bag to glove, and he flips it over to Duke covering, but it's an RBI ground out. And Lancaster has answered back. It is 2-2. Very similar start to last night. Alleman drives in his 49th. Here is Anderson De La Rosa, the K-man. 2-2 our score. De De La Rosa hitting .259 with 4 homers. First pitch from Duke is in tight. Against Von Schaman this year, he's been a tough out. 3 for 5. He's driven in 3. The wind, the 1-0. And that misses inside. Duke hasn't faced Lancaster since August 12th. Missed them in the series last week. He fires, and a swing and a foul tip off of Lenine's gear. Last 5 starts, he's faced Southern Maryland 3 times and Long Island twice. Gets a little tiresome. Now into his windup, he fires, and a swing and a ground ball foul down the third base side, 2-2. This is our K-man today. On the wind and the pitch. And a swing, and he just got a piece. This one bounced foul. Rick is into it as always. Another 2-2. And a swing and a miss. He struck him out. Duke with the Maz stick strikeout to finish the inning. His 3rd K here early, but Lancaster does score twice to tie it. Couple hits. Nobody left. We go to the bottom of the 2nd. It is a 2-2 game.
Hey, it's the good-looking genius at Broadway Transmission again, and this time I have things on my mind, like warranty and service after the repair. You already know Broadway Transmission has been part of the community for 67 years at the same location. But did you know that in that time, York County has seen many transmission shops close its doors, like
Amco,
Atomic,
Clutch and Go,
Dr. Transmission,
Cotman,
York County Transmission,
Winters,
Goodlings,
Lee Miles,
A1.
What grinds my gears about these closings are the customers are left with no warranty. Stop! Don't make that same mistake. Broadway Transmission has over 40,000 transmission jobs under our belt, and we are still here today standing behind our famous 3-year warranty. We kid around a lot on our ads, but nothing is funny about having no warranty when you need it. Avoid that risk with the only smart choice in all of York County and stop by Broadway Transmission today. Broadway Transmission will get your ship together and stand behind it too. Visit us on the web at broadwaytrans.com or stop in and see how it's done.
I felt like my well-being was tied to the morning stock numbers. I wanted to invest, but grew tired of the stress of potential losing it all. A friend of mine suggested I talk to Tom Dasher about a fixed indexed annuity that could be a stable option while still seeing potential growth. Tom has been helping folks here in York County for over 30 years. Give him a call at 717-487-2096 to see if he can assist you.
Cannonball Charlie's ready. Are you? The Revs play here. Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK, York.
Tied at 2. We head to the bottom half of the 2nd here this afternoon. Revs looking to tee off. You can too at Royal Manchester Golf Links. Play the best layout in PA on the area's only Pure Links course. Book online at royalmanchestergolflinks.com. Tomorrow night, Ray will tee it up on the air when Southwestern visits Dallastown, our high school football game of the week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine. 6:30 airtime on radio. We've got the Revs weekend opener at Long Island on the WOYK YouTube channel tomorrow night at 6:15. We'll be on radio Saturday night, YouTube on Sunday when the Eagles host the 49ers on radio. Wellington Dotel will lead things off. batting .320 for the year, 8 home runs. Pitch from Silk, swing and a miss, fastball. Dotel last night provided the game-winning RBIs, a 2-run double in the 5th. Here's the 0-1, and he swings and shoots one the other way. Line drive to right, but right there is Clark. Moving toward the line, he squeezes it. I don't even know if that pitch would have been a strike, but Dotel got extension up and went with it, hit it hard, but lines out to the right fielder. And here is JC Encarnacion, who blasted one out to center last night. His 8th. It's hitting .288, .363 here at home. And the first one is up and in. On the wind, the 1-0. Swing and a foul ball back. He is 2 for 7 off Silk with a triple, but Silk has struck him out 5 times. Every time he's made an out, it's been a strikeout. 1-1, and that's down low. Now Rick having fun with the RBI guy. JC is, as he looks at one low and in. Three and 1. Silk deals, and a swing and a bouncing ball. Silk off to the third base side, gloves. He plants and throws over to first for the out. 2 up, 2 down here in the second inning. Silk, Kansas City Royals draft pick in 2019, 12 appearances at the rookie level that year. It was a spring training release this season. Rebs, who have won 6 straight head-to-head against Lancaster. A win today in Game 1 would tie their longest winning streak head-to-head all time. They had 7 straight early in the 2010 season. Here's Osme. And he looks at a changeup in tight. And they had won 6 in a row in the first half in 2014, so it's their longest head-to-head streak since then. 1-0 pitch, that is high. Gregorio hitting .297 with 6 home runs. 1 for 3 with a double off of Silk this year, the 2-0. And he swings, lines it hard the other way and right, but that's foul. Up in the bullpen balcony. Rebs have won the Cup for the 7th time in series history compared to Lancaster's 6 and 1 split. 2-1, that is upstairs. Rebs with 3 straight wins overall, looking to tie a season high for the 5th time with a 4th straight win. As Gregorio starts toward first, but it's a called strike. And it's 3-2. The Rebs are 15-8 in their last 23 overall. Can they keep it going? With after today, 26 games remaining. Time is asked for. Thank you, Joyce. Got some Ritas to the booth. It's almost my dinner time anyway, Ray. As Silk misses inside, and that is ball 4. Thank you. I meant for the Ritas, not for the walk, but the base runner is nice too. 2-out walk to Osme. Better inhale that, Ray. Here is Lenine. Rodriguez facing Silk for the first time. First pitch, fastball, that's a strike. He is 7 for 19 off lefties. Overall, 202 with a home run, 9 ribbies. Pitch, that is in tight. As Lenine backs away. 2-2 game here in the bottom of the second inning. Now move to first base. Back standing is Gregorio. Revs have also caught Lancaster in the overall record. Barnstormers had a .500 first half. York did not. So they have now pulled even in the overall for the year, 44 and 53 for what it's worth. Here's a swing and a pop up to shallow right center. Mercedes backs out from second, makes the call, makes the catch. And that will do it for the Revs in the second. No runs, no hits, 1 man left. We go to the third. Ray with the play-by-play. The Revs and the Barnstormers tied 2-2 here in Game 1.
Runners know the challenge. It's not the uncompromising weather. It's not the pounding repetition. It's not knowing how to dig deep as you start the climb of that last hill. For runners, the challenge is the discipline to keep running. Flying feet. Casual runners, amateur runners, hardcore runners, no matter what level runner you are, Flying Feet Sports Shoes is with you every step of the way. Flying Feet has become the leader in athletic footwear and properly fitting the feet of runners throughout Central PA. Flying Feet has become the leader in athletic footwear, properly fitting the feet of runners throughout Central PA. And that holds true whether you're training or racing on roads, tracks, or trails. For those searching for that discipline, Flying Feet provides the latest shoe innovations, the accessories and equipment, and the inspiration to keep on running. Greg Baum and his staff have the knowledge and the true understanding of what running is all about. As one local runner put it, Flying Feet is family, and all runners are welcome. Flying Feet. Flying Feet Sports Shoes, 1511 Melrose Avenue, York, just off exit 18 of I-83.
Sports injury? Walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics for immediate care. No appointment is ever needed. Our orthopedic and sports medicine specialists are here to treat you. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today for hours at our York and Hanover locations.
Get the latest on the Orioles with the Baltimore Baseball Show, hosted by Dan Connolly. Mondays at 6 on Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK.
About a half of my Ritas later, we're in the third inning here at PeoplesBank Park in Game 1 of today's Twin Bill. Ray Jensen with you on the play-by-play for the next 3 innings. Here in the third is a 2-2 game between the Barnstormers and Revs. York collected both of their runs in the first, 2 hits, but collected both on just 1 swing. A 2-run shot to left from Nelly Rodriguez to put York up 2-0 before Lancaster responded with 2 in their second. Galen and Alleman the RBIs. Luis Rondon will start the third inning for Lancaster's offense against Duke Von Schaman. First pitch from Duke is outside for a ball, 1-0 count. Rondon batting .248 coming into play this afternoon. 17 doubles, triples, 6 home runs. One of those against York. Next pitch swung by Rondon up the middle towards shallow center, a base hit, and Rondon in his first plate appearance already in the hit column. Leadoff single for Rondon. It's the second time in as many innings that Lancaster has got their leadoff man aboard via a hit. Clark with a leadoff double in the second. He later scored on the Galen base hit. Rondon on board of his own single. This one to center. 1 on, no one out. As we go back to the top of the order, Melvin Mercedes flew out to center his first time up against Duke to start off the game. Lancaster's second baseman steps in, back from a broken hand, and let them on the IL for a bit. First pitch from Duke. Mercedes shows bunt. Pitch is low. Ball 1, 1-0 count. Around the same time they brought Mercedes back, they lost Jake Hoover for an right now undetermined amount of time. He made a big play in foul territory back at the Clip a couple nights ago, but was roughed up. For the 1-0 thrown to the plate, Duke checks in at first with Clear Luis Rondon. It gets back in time. Rondon had 5 steals, 5 for 8 overall, 1 stolen base against York and 3 tries. One on, no one out, 1-0 the count for Melvin Mercedes. Another throw over the first from Duke. And Rondon again back in time hands first. Last year for the Barnstormers, in 2019 I should say, Mercedes lost time a broken ankle. Here's the 1-0. Going on the pitch is Rondon. It's a ground ball to first base side of the mound. Duke has it up, scoops it over to Nelly in time to retire Mercedes for out number 1, but Rondon moved to second on the ground out. Put out goes 3-1, the second time, or 1-3 I should say. The second time today that Duke and Nelly have come together to record an out. This time the opposite way it happened in the second, but that ground out at the time in the second inning did bring in a run off the bat of Allemond. Rondon now in scoring position of 1 out off the ground out from Mercedes. Rondon at second, 1 away for Alejandro De Aza. Strikeout victim his first time up for the second out in the first. First pitch, that's called first strike. Duke with 3 strikeouts so far, ended the first of a pair of strikeouts of De Aza and Dugan, and then ended the second of a strikeout of the K-man, Anderson De La Rosa. Starts off De Aza of a first pitch strike. Now sit on the rubber, in front of the chest. Here's the 0-1. Swung on by De Aza, fights it off foul third base side. Falls into the stands and then almost caroms off to the top of the Barnstormers dugout. Settles in the first row behind it. 0-2. I think rushing that Ritas was a mistake. Stomach is not happy with me. Bear with me. 0-2. After the foul off from De Aza, Duke with the sign, so Lenine looks to Rondon at second. The 0-2 swung on by De Aza, ground ball to second, scooped up by Kenley, throws over to Nelly quickly at first and retires Alejandro De Aza for out number 2. However, Rondon moves over another base. He is now just 90 feet away at third. After a base hit and then 2 ground outs to Mercedes and De Aza. Go-ahead run at third for the Barnstormers, 2 away, and Kelly Dugan to the plate. Dugan 0 for 1 of the strikeouts so far. His strikeout ended the first. Von Schaman ready. To third, now fires the first pitch, low and away, and Rondon was at least 6 feet off the bag outside the infield cutout, but Franco not sneaking up on him yet to try and help Duke pick him off. First pitch missed to Dugan for ball 1, 1-0. Lefty on righty matchup, Dugan versus Duke. The 1-0. Swung on and foul tipped in the glove of Rodriguez for a strike. It's 1-1. Dugan of runners in scoring position. Great numbers for Lancaster. 444 average with 51 driven in. Duke ready. Here's the 1-1. Chops a little low, ball 2. 2-1 for Dugan. It seems the wind from last night seems to have stayed behind. We've already had to chase a few of our papers around the booth this afternoon. 2-1. That paints the inside edge on the lefty Dugan for a strike. 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Go-ahead run for Lancaster at third base, and Cleo Louise Rondon. We're tied at 2 here in the third inning. Take 2 of a twin bill this afternoon, as we only got through 1 game and a rain-shortened win for York, 6-4 over Lancaster. Now the 2-2 to the plate. Swung on by Dugan, driven to left center, and it will drop in front of Harris for a base hit, and the Barnstormers will take a 1-run lead. RBI base hit to left from Kelly Dugan, and it's 3-2 Lancaster. That ball seemed to hang in the air forever and died in like shallow left, almost left center. Eris Encarnacion came charging in, but it fell in front of both of them. And it's a go-ahead RBI for Kelly Dugan. He gives the Barnstormers a one-run lead, 3-2. It's his 21st tying or go-ahead RBI of the season. Dugan aboard at first, still 2 out. Now Ladarius Clark at the plate. First pitch, slow and away, blocked to the right by Lenine for a ball, 1-0 the count. Clark started off the second inning with a deep double to right center for his 11th double of the season, 4th against York. Duke nods to Rodriguez, the 1-0. Swung on by Clark, fouled back towards the backstop and carried him off the bottom of the netting in the wall. As it rolls towards the stop, 1-1. The 1-1. That's a called strike in the outer half. It's 1-2 on Clark. He was distracted by cough drop wrapper almost hitting Darryl in the face. 1-2. I feel like if we held it up an umbrella, it'd be like Mary Poppins, just fly off into the sunset. Here's the 1-2 from Duke. Tried to work it inside, but missed. Ball 2, 2-2. For Clark on the year, he's batting below his average against right-handers, .259. Came in today, .274 overall average against lefties, hitting .314 on the season. But he has more home runs against righties, 8 total. 2-2. Swung on by Clark and fouled back towards the upper deck, smacks off of something. Heads back lower, 2-2. 8 home runs against righties, 5 against lefties. Totaling up to 13 total long balls on the season. Somewhat of a surprising power year from him after he was more known for his speed coming into this season with Lancaster. 2-2. Fouls it off again, this time towards third base, and not a clean play to be had by the bat boy. Don't hang your head, man. He got more tries. Went off his chest. He got a deflection. That's what counts. And with 14 total innings of baseball on tap today, you'll have plenty of shots. 2-2 remains for Clark. Duke at the sides. Now Reddy's on the rubber. Dugan on at first. 2-2. Clark again fouls it off. Third straight foul off against Duke in this battle. Fouls it off slightly first base side. 2-2 it remains. And out away from getting out of the top of the third, but Lancaster has already taken a 1-run lead. 3-2 off the RBI base hit to left from Dugan, who stands at first. Two-two. Swung on by Clark. Ground ball to second. Scooped up by Kenley towards the ground. Throw to first is in on time to retire Clark, and that will also retire the side, but not until the Barnstormers take a 3-2 lead thanks to an RBI base hit from Kelly Dugan. It's the Barnstormers 3 and the Rebs 2 with York coming up in the bottom of the third.
Everything you've worked for may be facing a hostile takeover, but step outside the boardroom and look around. Not taking care of business right now could leave you dealing with a hostile takeover by crabgrass later this summer. And broadleaf weeds are just beneath the surface, ready to take their share of your turf too. Prevent hostile takeovers. Call Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care and give your lawn a good, healthy start this year. Heritage Lawn can apply crabgrass pre-emergent and quality fertilizer now to fortify your lawn for later. HeritageLawnandLandscape.com. World-class care right in your backyard.
Did you know that York County has a new brand? A brand built on the maker's spirit that drives our economy. York County, stretching west from the Susquehanna, downtown through the city of York, and over to the borough of Hanover, preserves 3 centuries of life in South Central PA. From farms to factories, motorcycles to snack foods, art to history, we make it all in York County. Learn more today at haveitmadehere.com.
Tee off this season on the best layout in Pennsylvania and experience Royal Manchester Golf Links, bringing you to the coast of the British Isles while never leaving your backyard. Our unique, pure links layout in the rolling hills of York County gives golfers an experience like none other, featuring 18 pristine holes with picturesque views of the countryside and consistently ranked one of the top public courses in the state. Also offering outings and event bookings. Book your tee time today at 717-268-0490 or nab our online specials at RoyalManchesterGolfLinks.com.
Your source for all of Friday night's action. Central PA Game Day with Steve Navaroli. Saturday mornings at 9 on Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK.
Bottom of the third here in game one of a twin bill between the Barnstormers and Revs. Ray Jensen back with you on the play-by-play. Revs trail by 1 entering the home half of the third inning, 3-2. Last half inning, Lancaster able to take a 1-run lead due to Kelly Dugan's go-ahead base hit to left. Leading off the Revs offense be James Harris, followed by Jack Kenley and Carlos Franco, the top 3 hitters of their order, to face Augie Silk. The lefty deals the first pitch, and that misses inside for a ball. 1-0 count to start Harris. Started off the Revs offense on the right foot. Leadoff single to left center his first time up and came home. It was one of the 2 runs to score. A Nelly's bomb to left. Rodriguez's 18th home run of the season back in the first inning. 1-0. Finds his own first strike. It's 1-1. Silk readies in front. Turns and delivers the 1-1. Low and inside ball 2. 2-1 for Harris. Harris this season, that leadoff single in the first, his 53rd hit from the leadoff spot this season, as the 2-1 swung on by Harris and belted to right center, but now it's going to blow in a tad and hang up in time for Alejandro De Aza to put it away for out number 1. As my paper's almost blown in and smacked me in the chin. Can't have that. Harris flies out the center for the first out here in the third, 1 away. And went on for Jack Kenley, who flew out the center for the first out in the first his last time up. Kenley had a big game last night in the rain-shortened win for York. 2 for 3. Double, game-tying home run in that 5th. First pitch, Silk misses for ball 1, 1 the count. Later in the inning, Dotel gave York a 2-run lead with a double to the left field corner. But Kenley started off that rally in the 5th with his solo home run to right. 1-0. Up away for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. .2-0 from lefty Silk. That misses away for ball 3, this time a tad low. It's 3-0 for Jack Kenley with the hitter's count. Not to De La Rosa and Silk, 3-0. That catches his own first strike. It's 3-1. Kenley taking all the way. Waiting for Silk to prove he can find the zone. They mentioned walks have come aplenty for Augie Silk. 3-1. That catches the inner half and the lefty Kenley for strike 2. It's 3-2. Battles back from a 3-0 to make it full, does the lefty Silk. Payoff pitch. Swung on by Kenley, driven to left. Will it fall fair? No, it just goes foul to the left of the left field line. Do it again at a full count. Kenley will tap each foot of the bat before stepping back in after the foul ball down the left field line. Payoff pitch again. Kenley fouls it off the other way, first base side, as it went to the right of the first base bag, and that'll roll towards the Revs bullpen towards the corner. In fact, it caromed off the corner now, and along the wall, Clark will have to throw it in towards the bullpen. Luis Sanchez gets the throw back in. So Kenley testing both corners, but pulling it foul each time, though. Silk already at 50 pitches through 2 1/3. Pitch number 51 coming up with a full count. Glove at his waist, chest front towards the plate as he gets the signs from De La Rosa. Now he'll step off a tad. Kick at the feet before reestablishing his stance on the rubber. He's ready. Turns in the payoff pitch again. That is outside, ball 4, and Jack Kenley is on board for the first time today with a walk. One out walk worked by Kenley. He's on at first. 1 on, 1 away for Carlos Franco. Franco struck out for the second out in the first. Lefty on lefty matchup for Franco. Waits the first offering from Silk. Breaking ball settles tad up for a ball as one of the counts to start Franco. Kenley takes his lead off the first base bag, still within the infield cutout. Silk gives a look, now fires the 1-0 towards the plate. Catches the inner half for a strike, 1-1. Franco hitting just .211 against lefties entering play today. 1-1. Swung on and missed by Franco for a strike. It's 1-2. Franco was looking for home run number 3 against Lancaster, but missed at it for strike 2, 1-2. But home runs have come at a decent clip for him since coming back to York from Mexico. 5 home runs and 15 starts since returning. Also, 19 driven in that span. 1-2. Swung on by Franco, a little nubber in front of the plate. De La Rosa comes out from behind it, throws to first to get Franco out for out number 2, but Kenley does move over to scoring position at second. Put out goes 2-3. 2 away, but a runner in scoring position as the tying run in Jack Kenley stands at second. Let's see if Nelly Rodriguez can be the difference maker again. Nelly, the go-ahead 2-run blast to left back in the first inning to give, at the time, a 2-0 lead for York before Lancaster responded with 2 of their own in the second. They took a 1-run lead in the third. Nelly readies to face Silk a second time. He looks towards Kenley at second with his lead. First pitch to Nelly. Swung on a ground ball to the right. Dugan, first baseman, coming in towards the first base bag is Silk. Relay a little low, but he does get there in time with extending the right leg. And the side is retired and a ground out that goes 4-1 on the putout. Revs held scoreless in the third as we head to the fourth here at PeoplesBank Park. It's Barnstormers 3, York 2. Fall is a beautiful season, but there's nothing beautiful about a lawn covered of dead leaves and debris. Harvey's Rental has everything you need to keep your lawn pristine this fall. From aerators, overseeders, and thatchers, to chippers, stump grinders, chainsaws, and hedge trimmers, Harvey's Rental has it all. Don't forget to check out their full line of steel products. Visit Harvey's Rental at 1409 South George Street in York or online at harveysrental.com.
At Donegal, we understand there are many costs associated with running a business. That's why Donegal works with you to provide quality insurance products based on your business needs, and why we deliver that insurance at a price to fit your budget. Call your local independent Donegal agent today and discover why, when it comes to insurance for your business, Donegal is a better value. Contact Kochman Kunkel Insurance at 717-854-0300 or stop in at 3217 East Market Street, York. Locally owned and operated by Pam and Rudy Kochman. Kochman Kunkel Insurance.
WellSpan Health delivers orthopedic care you can count on. From common bone and joint problems to complex injuries, our team of surgeons, physicians, therapists, and athletic trainers work together for you. We are here for professional athletes, athletes in training, and the weekend warrior. We're the official sports medicine provider for the York Revolution, the York Suburban Trojans, and your weekend tennis team. That's how WellSpan Health delivers orthopedic care you can count on.
Listen live, on demand, and on the go. Download the new WOYK app on the Apple and Google Play stores today.
Remains 3-2 as we head to the fourth here at PeoplesBank Park in game one of a twin bill. Ray Jensen with you on the play-by-play. Revs are able to get the tying run in scoring position, but Silk held the Revs offense quiet in the third. First pitch to Blake Galen from Duke Von Schamas fouled off to the netting, 0-1. Be Galen, Gindel, Alleman due up to face Duke here in the fourth. Just a one-run lead for Lancaster, 3-2. Duke and the Revs defense will look to keep it that way. Half step, now the 0-1 from Von Schaman. That drops in for a strike and quickly ahead in the count, 0-2 against Galen. RBI base hit to left in the second. Cut York's lead 2-1. And a couple batters later, Galen would score on a ground out from Alleman as the 0-2 misses for a ball. So 1-2. Lancaster then took the lead in the third off a base hit from Dugan to left. 1-2 from Von Schaman, swung on by Galen, fouls it off third base side. Well out of play. No one clears, Arch Street eats him beyond it. 1-2. The righty Von Schaman deals, and Galen again fouls it off, this time right back to the netting. Do it again in a 1-2 count. And that base hit from Blake Galen, it's his fifth hit in his last 7 games. He has driven home at least one run in all those last 6. So 1-2 fouled off by Galen again, the netting. We'll do it once more to 1-2. So make it a run driven in at least the last 7 games for the longtime Barnstormer. Batting lower than he usually does in the order here. The number 5 spot. Gindel right behind him at 6. 1-2. Tracks inside. Galen moves back a foot. It's 2-2. Duke ready's in front. Steps and delivers the 2-2. Galen swings and fouls it off again. This to the third base side once more, and it's 2-2 count again. Some sunlight starting to poke through. It's been kind of an off and on overcast cloud cover pretty much all day. Wind is staying behind, blowing slightly in from right field. The 2-2. Swung on by Galen, ground ball to short. Osmo Gregorio has it in a couple hops. Throw over to Nelly at first in time to retire Galen for out number 1. 1 away. Brings up Caleb Gindel, who grounded out to Kenley for the first out back in the second. Gindel had a 2-home run game on last Tuesday, but it's not gone long since that game on last Tuesday night. You normally see him in the leadoff spot where he has 8 home runs in said spot in the season. Now the first pitch from Von Schaman swung on by Gindel, and that will drop in front of Encarnacion for a base hit. Gindel in the hit column with a 1-out single to center. And I guess I was asking for it. Base hit for Gindel, his 106th hit of the year. And he's on a first of 1 out in the fourth. Barnstormers lead 3-2. 1 on, 1 away for Blake Alleman. Alleman an RBI ground out in the second to tie the game at 2. And Daryl is drinking his Bang energy drink.
Oh, yes I am.
Star Blast today, nice. Duke gets the signs from Lenine in the first pitch. Swung on by Alleman, no slice towards right center. That will drop a couple paces short of the warning track for another hit. They will give Gindel the green light from third. He rounds it, heading towards home. The throw back in is off the glove of Rodriguez and Karam slightly to the right. It will allow Alleman time to head towards third. He slides in feet first, and he is safe the call. Make it another RBI for Blake Alleman, his second of the day. Now it gives the Barnstormers a 2-run lead. It's an RBI double to right center to score Caleb Gindel, and he reached third on the throw back in from Lenine. Still 1 away, but a runner in scoring position at third. Anderson De La Rosa now at the plate. Struck out to end the second to give everyone in attendance Moz sticks. It's very kind of him. First pitch, De La Rosa. This is a little low inside for ball 1-1 on the count to start the Barnstormers catcher. Seeing action in this series. Was out previously after he took a nasty hit from a backswing from Lou Ford in the series against the Ducks. 1-0. It's low with the appeal on the check swing, and they say he went around at first base. Dave Snyder says yes, he did. It's 1-1. They do indeed score that hit for Alleman, the double. It's his 21st double of the season. He stands at third following the throw back in from the Revs defense. 1-1 the count meanwhile for De La Rosa at the plate. Barnstormers lead 4-2. Time asked for. Here in game one, it's Scott Hart over at third base. Dave Snyder at first. Behind the plate, it's Steven Zawiski. 1-1 from Duke. Swung on by De La Rosa. Hit hard but foul. Third base side as it careens over the low wall and into the stands. 1-2 for De La Rosa. On that backswing from Lou Ford that De La Rosa took, it required 16 stitches. His ear was all mangled up. Looked like he had been in a prize fight. Here's the 1-2 from Von Schaman. De La Rosa stays alive, fouling it off. Foul tip towards the netting. It's 1-2. Duke looked to third, now fires the next pitch. De La Rosa again will foul it off to the netting. We'll do it once more to 1-2 count. Barnstormers are giving Duke some fits here. Duke now at 64 pitches through 3 in the third. Silk has had the fight as well for the Barnstormers. He has thrown 56 pitches so far, and the 1-2 drifts inside for ball 2. It's 2-2 for De La Rosa. Lefty starter Silk for the Barnstormers, 56 pitches in 3 innings. 2 earned runs on 2 hits, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. Duke of a 2-2 count here against De La Rosa. Has the signs and the pitch. Pat upstairs for ball 3. The count runs full. Coming into the day, the Barnstormers near the bottom of the league standings in terms of team hitting. Team 273 average, 1 point below the High Point Rockers at 274. It's the payoff pitch. Swung on by De La Rosa, fouled right at the plate, stays alive, and will remain full. Kind of a tonal opposite from what Lancaster had done at the plate in the first half, where they were up near the league leaders along with York for a majority of the first half of the season, but offense is coming at premium for them as of late in the second half, but they currently hold a 2-run lead 4-2. Here in the 4th inning, they have scored in all their last 3 innings at the plate. A pair of runs in the second, a run in the third, now 1 in the 4th. Payoff pitch from Von Schaman, swung on by De La Rosa. He fouls it off again, this time to the third base side, just to the left of the dugout for the Barnstormers. That's pitch number 10 of the battle between Von Schaman and De La Rosa. Darryl mentioned it earlier in the broadcast. De La Rosa has been a tough out for Von Schaman this season. 3 for 5 prior to the strikeout in the second against Duke. Another payoff pitch. Swung on by De La Rosa. Ground ball, cleanly fielded, low to the ground by Gregorio. Spins up, throws to first. Nelly in time to retire De La Rosa for out number 2. And the pivotal point there, Alleman stays point at third. Did not move a muscle as Gregorio went immediately low to snag that ball that left the bat of De La Rosa in a hurry. To his left, he dropped down towards his knees and then a spin around and a dart over to Nelly at first to retire De La Rosa on a 6-3 ground out for out number 2. It'll go down as a routine 6-3, but there was nothing routine about that pick from Gregorio. Excellent move, diving down and dropping levels to snag that ball on the ground. Still one in scoring position at third of Alleman. 2 away now as Cleo Louise Rondon is ready to face Duke von Schaman. First pitch swung on by Rondon, tracking towards shallow left center. Encarnacion's got it though. Puts it away, and that will retire the side. Just the 1-run scores for Lancaster, but it pushes their lead to 2. 4-2 off the RBI double from Blake Alleman. Heading into the bottom of the 4th, it's the Barnstormers 4 and the York Revolution 2. PeoplesBank is happy to sponsor the home of the York Revolution, PeoplesBank Park. PeoplesBank has been serving the community for more than 155 years, committed to helping their clients achieve their dreams and live confidently. That commitment continues at PeoplesBank Park, with Rebs games, concerts, events, youth sports, and much more. We're proud to partner of the York Revolution, and we look forward to seeing you at PeoplesBank Park. PeoplesBank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Shipley Energy is more than just an energy company. We're your friends, family, and neighbors, and have been serving the community for over 90 years. Whether you need energy for your home or for your business, we've got you covered. We can help keep you comfortable with all your heating needs, from heating oil to propane, electricity to natural gas. And if something breaks, like your air conditioning or furnace, we have a team of HVAC experts ready to fix it, so you can stay comfortable all year long. To learn more, visit ShipleyEnergy.com or call 855-5-SHIPLEY.
Need an excavating contractor for your upcoming project? Get it done locally and get it done right with Barnes & Barnes Incorporated Excavating. Locally owned and in business since 2005, Barnes & Barnes Incorporated Excavating is a small excavating and landscaping business offering demolition, excavating, landscaping, foundations, concrete, sewer and water hookups, lot clearing, welding, fabrication, and more. Located in Windsor at 30 North Blacksmith Avenue, Barnes & Barnes will get the job done right. Call Scott to schedule your project at 717-515-3495. That's 515-3495. Or email him at barnesbarnesscottinc@gmail.com. That's barnesbarnesscottinc@gmail.com.
Downtown's ready. Are you? The Revs play here. Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK, York.
Revs offense have some more work to do as we begin the bottom of the 4th inning here in Game 1 of a twin bill. PeoplesBank Park this afternoon on this Thursday. Ray Jensen with you on the play-by-play. Another run came in for Lancaster back in the 4th. RBI double from Blake Alleman make it 4-2 Barnstormers. Due up for York, trailing by 2 here in the 4th. Be Josue Herrera to lead things off, followed by Wellington Dotel and J.C. Encarnacion. 5, 6, and 7 hitters of the Revs' 9-man order due up here. Herrera 0 for 1 against Silk so far this afternoon. Strikeout to end the 1st inning. Second of 2 strikeouts Silk has. He collected both in the 1st. Since allowing 2 hits to York in the 1st, he's just allowed 2 base runners on 2 walks since the 2-run 1st inning for the Revs offense. Let's see if they can cook up here as the first pitch from Silk to Herrera. Way upstairs, and De La Rosa hops up to claim it out of the air for a ball. It's 1-0 the count to start Herrera. Lefty back in the face. Lefty on the mound, Silk. 1-0. Low and away for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes on Herrera. Hitting .269 against the Barnstormers. Slightly above his average of .261 entering play today. 2-0. Upstairs, ball 3. Hitters count 3-0 for Herrera, who's also hitting very nicely at home. Past 29 games here at PeoplesBank Park for Herrera, .330 average. He's gone yard 4 times in that span as a 3-0. Finds his zone for a strike. It's 3-1. Silk turns, fires the next offering. Swung on by Herrera, lifted to left field. Charging in is Gindel. Rondon also in the area as well, but Gindel calls him off and he'll put it away for out number 1. Fly out to left from Herrera for the first out here in the bottom of the 4th. No one on, 1 out for Wellington Dotel, who skied one to right. That was claimed by Clark for the first out in the 2nd. He reached at it, but he still smacked it a long way. Clark had to race in to get it. Mentioned earlier in the broadcast, Dotel, the hero last night in the rain-shortened win, a go-ahead double in the fifth to the left field corner. His 12th double of the season last night to seal the deal. First pitch. Drops in for a strike. 0-1 the count to start Dotel against Silk. Against the Barnstormers now, Dotel hitting .346. Next offering. Swung on and missed by Dotel for another strike. It's 0-2. Looking to get on Silk early, but missed at that offering. 0-2. Couple of tongue pops, and he's ready for the 0-2 offering from Silk. Still getting the signs from De La Rosa. Now he'll turn, and time asked for. Dotel needed the breather, and he'll step out, readjust the gloves, go through his routine, and back in. And an interesting routine he does have, tongue pops included. Here's the 0-2 from Silk. That tracks inside, and Dotel bails out of there. 1-2. Revs trail by a couple of runs, 4-2 here in the bottom of the fourth. Lancaster holds the lead in the runs and hits category. 6-2 hit advantage for Lancaster. Dotel ready. The 1-2 from Silk. Swung on and missed, strike three, and Dotel's down on strikes for the second out here in the fourth. First time he's been struck out today. Make it 3 strikeouts for Silk, 2 away in the fourth. No one on and 2 outs. It's up to JC Encarnacion to try to keep the inning alive for the Revs. Ground out back to the pitcher and for the second out in the second. Encarnacion ready to face Silk. Lefty obliges the first pitch. Swung on and missed by Encarnacion for strike one. 0-1 the count. Encarnacion looks like he's repping his former minor league organization in the Baltimore Orioles with the shin guard and the cleats this afternoon. 0-1. Skips in the dirt for a ball. 1-1 also. Sleeves as well. It is the 90s night, so here in the home improvement, seems apropos. Can't go wrong with Tim Allen. 1-1. Tracks inside. Ball 2. 2 balls and a strike. In fact, with the Orioles organizations where Encarnacion was earlier this year, played 11 games across 4 Orioles affiliates in 2021. High A, Double A, and Triple A. Included in that stretch, 2-1. Encarnacion gets a piece of it, foul tipping it towards the netting, and it's 2-2. It's a little early for Tim Allen for me, though. Usually I watch the Santa Claus. 2-2. This is low ball 3-3-2. That's more the 2000s, I guess. I don't know. Well, the second one. The first one, I think, was late 90s. Who cares? Payoff pitch. And it's swing and a miss. Encarnacion's down on strikes for the third and final out in the fourth. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Silk. He gets his third and fourth strikeouts, and we're through 4 here in Game 1 at PeoplesBank Park in the Twin Bill this afternoon. It's the Barnstormers 4 and the Revs 2 as we head to the 5th.
I'm here with Kevin Smith from Smith Wealth Advisory Group of Janney Montgomery Scott, who was recently named by Forbes and the Financial Times as one of the best financial advisors not only in the state, but also in the country. Kevin, explain the meaning of your group's tagline, a wealth of knowledge about wealth.
We've built our reputation as one of the premier wealth advisors in the country for many reasons, not the least of which is our vast expertise about wealth in all its meanings and forms. Although traditionally wealth is viewed in a monetary context with all the challenges that entails, which we're fully equipped to address, true wealth has little to do with money. To me, being wealthy is more a state of mind centered upon happiness and contentment. It's memories and experiences with friends, family, and those you love. It's finding meaning and purpose, pursuing passions, chasing dreams, and embracing life for all it has to offer. That's the type of wealth our clients long long for and that we help them achieve.
You've noted that your group is guided by a quote by Henry David Thoreau, wealth is the ability to fully experience life. Tell me more about that.
It's so true. Being wealthy is really about experiencing the richness of life itself. When you think about it, it's not ultimately money that matters, but what money can do. We help our clients educate their children and grandchildren so that they can have promising futures. We help them retire comfortably, support worthwhile causes, and endow meaningful legacies. We help them age with dignity and so much more.
For all your financial planning, investment, and wealth management needs, contact Smith Wealth Advisory Group at 779-2769 or at smithwealthadvisory.com. Smith Wealth Advisory Group, helping you fully experience life. Janney Montgomery Scott LLC, member NYSE, FINRA, and SIPC.
Take us on the go with the new WOYK app. Download on the Apple and Google Play stores today. Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Finding ourselves in the fifth here in game one of a doubleheader here at PeoplesBank Park. Ray Jensen back with you in the play-by-play. Revs continue to be held hitless since their two-run first. In fact, they've been held hitless since Nelly Rodriguez's two-run bomb to left. As Silk has quieted down the Revs offense since. It's a 4-2 Barnstormers lead as we begin the fifth. Mercedes will lead things off for the Barnstormers. Mercedes, De Aza, Dugan due up against Duke in the top of the fifth. First pitch. Drops a little low for ball one. It's one of the count for Mercedes. 0 for 2 with a fly out and ground out so far against Von Schaman. Duke a step in the 1-0. Find the zone for strike one. 1-1. Here's the 1-1 from Von Schaman. Swung on and missed by Mercedes. A pitch that drifted in. This is at it for strike two. It's 1-2. Duke, an Edmond, Oklahoma native. His dad's a former kicker for Oklahoma and the Miami Dolphins in the NFL. And can't help but think last night's starter for the Barnstormers, Zach Smith, who's a big Oklahoma fan. Maybe he'd want Louis Von Schaman's autograph. Maybe Duke can set him up. Get him the inside scoop. Here's the 1-2. Swung on by Mercedes. Ground ball to third and just escaping the glove of Franco, who charged towards the third base side. And it goes down the line in left field. Mercedes digging for second. He'll slide in feet first and get there. It's a leadoff double for Melvin Mercedes. Third leadoff hit for the Barnstormers this afternoon in game one. First leadoff hit came off Ladarius Clark's bat. Leadoff double in the second. And then Clay Luis Rondon followed up a single in the third. And it's Mercedes' turn here in the fifth on a double down the third base line towards left. Roll towards the corner, and he'll get his 11th double of the season. Stands at second. No one out for Alejandro De Aza, 0 for 2 with a strikeout and ground out against Duke. But you can't let the Barnstormers continue to nick away, as they've scored in all their past 3 innings. Pair of runs in the second, 1 each in the third and fourth. First pitch, De Aza shows bunt and lays it down, but it will roll foul. De Aza will have to track back towards the plate. Already had touched first base. Get his steps in, 0-1. Get those sprints in. Me, I prefer to use the bike. Big fan of the exercise bike.
I like to walk.
Walking's good too. Had my treadmill break earlier this season, so I wouldn't mind get some steps on that, but alas, it is no more. Thing was old too, so whatever. 0-1 the count for De Aza after the failed bunt attempt. Mercedes at second, following his leadoff double. Von Schaman looked to second, now fires towards the plate. He'll show bunt again and lay it up the first base side. Rodriguez, no play to be had as he came away from the first base bag. Von Schaman and Kenley were coming in to help out, but kind of crossed up, and De Aza was hustling. And he'll get the first base on a bunt single. Not sure what happened there, but it looks like defensively the Revs were crossed up a bit.
Yeah, and it was a perfect bunt. I think the only
absolute only chance, though, is Duke has to beat him to the bag. And I didn't think he would run that well because that previous sprint to first, he came back kind of holding his hip. Maybe he just hustled us.
A little wily move from the veteran, faking an injury perhaps. Oh, it came up a little lame. Just kidding. Runners at the corner, still no one out for Kelly Dugan. Takes the first pitch from Duke. It's a little low for ball one of the count. Well, for the Barnstormers, they're trying to break up a massive skid, losing their last 11 games, a franchise record. They've lost 12 of their last 13 overall. So wins have come at a premium for the Stormers. 1-0. Swung on by Dugan and lifted to right center field. Is drifting more towards center. Encarnacion, short of the video boards, will put it away for an out, but tagging up is Mercedes at third, and he will get to the plate standing. It's an RBI sac fly from Kelly Dugan. His second run batted into the day.
Yeah, and they've done a great job today, Ray, of manufacturing, moving guys up, taking an extra base. They have played a really solid first 5 innings. The Rebs have not even had a hit since the Nelly home run.
Yeah, they've collected 2 more hits in this 5th inning to bring their total at 8. Out hitting York 8-2 and now outscoring them 5-2. Off the RBI sac fly from Kelly Dugan to score Melvin Mercedes. De Aza still at first, now 1 away. First pitch swung on by Clark, ground ball to second. Kenley scoops it, throw to shortstop covering Gregorio, and they bobble it in the transition, and everyone is going to be safe. Big gaff there in the field for York.
And nobody more upset than Osme. You can see the reaction, upset with himself. Just didn't secure it. The middle infielders on the transfers, their hands are, it's hard to describe how good they are to be at that level. Sometimes guys will even catch it outside of their glove to get, like on the side of it, to get a quicker transfer. But on that one, I'm not sure they have a chance to get to anyway, so you've got to look it in, make sure you get that first out.
Now runners at first and second, with Clark at first, De Aza at second. 1 out for Blake Galen. Galen's batted in a run and scored himself today already. First pitch swung on and fouled towards the netting, 0-1. RBI base at the left in the second, and later scored on a ground out from Alleman. Grounded out to Gregorio at short for the first out in the 4th. And he led off that frame. Dude looks the second at De Aza, now fires the 0-1, swung on by Galen and fouls it off to the top of the netting, this time 0-2. They did indeed give an error to York on the play that Clark reached safely on. Error goes to Gregorio on the missed catch and the relay from Kenley. So an error allows Clark to go to first and De Aza to second. First error from either side this afternoon. 0-2 meanwhile the count for Galen at the plate. Duke glove at his side, now ball and glove as he readies towards the chest. 0-2. That is a call! Third strike, and Galen rung up for the second out in the 5th inning. It's Duke's 4th strikeout of the afternoon, his first strikeout, in fact, since the end of the 2nd inning of the strikeout of De La Rosa. Gets Galen looking for out number 2 in the 5th. Still 2 on, but 2 outs on the board now for Caleb Gindel. He's made his presence felt here in Game 1. Base hit his last time up in the 4th, up the middle, and later scored on the double from Blake Alleman. Lefty on righty matchup, Gindel versus Von Schaman. Duke looks the second, gets the signs from Rodriguez. First pitch a little low near the dirt, claimed by Rodriguez, slightly above it for a ball, 1-0 the count. Gindel ready at the open stance on the left side. Black bat bobbing up and down the left shoulder. 1-0 turned on by Gindel. Will this one pull foul? It does. 1-1. This ain't the clip, thank goodness. You've seen him do a whole ton of that at Clipper Magazine Stadium. Pull one to the right and clear the short field and right. Might as well just name the whole right field side after Gindel. The way he's hit it there. Gindel land, just call it. 1-1. Down and away for a ball. It's 2-1. Barnstormers lead 5-2. They've scored in all of their past 4 innings, including here in the 5th. RBI sac fly from Kelly Dugan to score. Melvin Mercedes make it 5-2. Revs, as mentioned, have been held quiet on offense hits-wise since the 2-run first. No hits since Nelly Rodriguez's home run to left. A couple of base runners here and there on walks, but really nothing else to speak of from the Revs at the plate. We've got to get to the bottom of the 5th first as they're finishing the top. 0-1 the count to Gindel. 2-1, pardon. Next pitch misses, ball 3. It's 3-1.
Just noticing, Ray, how hard that flag is blowing toward left. I hadn't noticed it to that degree earlier today.
Wind has been blowing slightly in at times from right center. Now as Daryl's right on the money, now blowing right to left. And the wind that came in for that storm front last night has stayed behind in the area, unfortunately. Here's the 3-1. Swung on by Gindel. Sounds like it broke his bat, and that will be lined in the right center. A base hit, and this will score at least a run. They do give the green light to Clark rounding third as De Aza scored, and no play to be had as I don't know where they went with the ball. They got the cutoff at the infield, Gregorio, and a couple runs come in for the Barnstormers, and they have started to open this one up. 2 more runs come in for Lancaster. It's 7-2 Barnstormers here in the 5th.
Yeah, and that's the 2 things here. Number 1, that's the way that this game has gone today. They have found every opening. I mean, Duke got that pitch off Gindel's bat to the point where it broke, but if anything, he did leave it up a little bit, so he's able to take advantage and get that base hit. But that is twice that I think, I don't want to totally assume what's in a guy's head, but I think the Revs just figured Clark's going to stop at third. And Dotel, he's certainly got the arm. We saw that the other night to prevent a guy from scoring, but I think just took it for granted that they were going to stop him, and Clark never slowed down.
It sure looked that way, Daryl, when Clark was heading towards third. It was kind of a last-minute go-ahead sign from Ross Peoples at third base, but it paid off. Clark does have the speed, the reach, no doubt.
But scoring from first on that is ridiculous.
I was expecting a throw towards the plate. Was kind of surprised I didn't see the ball in Rodriguez's area. Now the pitch to Alleman, swung on, driven to left. Line towards Harris, and he will reach out the glove and put it away, and that will retire the side. But not until the Barnstormers score 3 runs here in the 5th. It's a 7-2 Lancaster lead as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning here at PeoplesBank Park.
Since 1934, PSECU has given Pennsylvanians financial opportunities to live a better life. We are a credit union who offers valuable free and low-fee financial products, broad lending options, and outstanding money management for financing life. At PSECU, we are proud of who we are and committed to who we serve because our Pennsylvania roots run deep. We are banking on a difference. Visit PSECU.com to join us. This credit union is federally insured by the National Credit Union Administration. Equal opportunity lender.
Hey Revs fans, now's your chance to win big with the Revs and Shipley Energy. This season, during every home game at PeoplesBank Park, it's the all-new Shipley Energy Grand Slam inning. Each game, 1 inning will be designated, and 1 name will be selected as the contestant. If the Revs hit a Grand Slam that inning, you could win $5,000. To enter, stop by Fan Services and fill out your form, or enter via the York Revolution app or YorkRevolution.com. Sign up today and win big with the Revs and Shipley Energy this season.
Did you know that York County has a new brand? A brand built on the maker's spirit that drives our economy. York County, stretching west from the Susquehanna, downtown through the city of York, and over to the borough of Hanover, preserves 3 centuries of life in South Central PA. From farms to factories, motorcycles to snack foods, art to history, we make it all in York County. Learn more today at haveitmadehere.com.
Listen live, on demand, and on the go. Download the new WOYK app on the Apple and Google Play stores today.
Well, when you're facing a struggling opponent, you got to keep them down, but the Revs unable to do that here so far today. We're in the bottom of the 5th here at PeoplesBank Park, game 1 of a doubleheader here this afternoon. Ray Jensen with you in the play-by-play. It's a Lancaster lead 7-2 as Lancaster's offense have come alive in the past 4 innings, scoring all 7 runs between the second and fifth frames. 2 runs in the second and kind of a bug bite approach in the third and fourth with a run each, and then opening it up with a 3-run fifth inning, making it a 7-2 ball game. York has been held quiet, no hits since the 2-run first. James Harris's leadoff single, and a couple batters later was Nelly Rodriguez, who took off on a blast to left for 2. But it's been all Lancaster since. Osmi Gregorio will lead off the 5th inning for the Revs offense. First pitch from Silk. It's a first pitch strike. 0-1 the count. Be Gregorio, Rodriguez, Harris due up for the Revs in the 5th. 8, 9, and 1 hitters of their order. Bullpen activity for the Revs is Jake Welch, Jake Rue, warming in the Revs pen. 0-1. Swung on by Gregorio, ground ball through the hole, third base and into left for a hit. Revs back in the hit column for the first time since the first, and it's Osmi Gregorio with the leadoff single here in the 5th. Second time reaching this afternoon. Got the first on a 2-out walk in the second, and now sharply hit ground ball to left gets him on board here in the 5th. Still work to do. 1 on, no one out for Lenin Rodriguez. Popped out the Mercedes at second for the third and final out in the second inning. Lenin ready to face Silk. First pitch. Misses up. Ball 1, 1 on the count. Playing the last 2 games of this season series against Lancaster today. The doubleheader will be the last games of this homestand as well before the Revs head to Central Islip for a weekend trip. Darryl just can't wait. 1-0. Dips low for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. And we read right back here at PeoplesBank Park next Tuesday for 3 against the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. Or 2-0, misses outside ball 3, 3-0 the count. You're just thrilled, Darryl.
Apparently my face said it all.
Oh.
Cody walked by.
Well, that's just your game face, man. Yeah, that's about right. There's a reason we don't have cameras in here, folks. And while we're on radio. 3-0, misses ball 4, and it's a walk work by Lenin. Silk slipping. Leadoff base hit to Gregorio. Now a walk work by Lenin Rodriguez. And the Revs have gotten their first 2 batters to reach. Gregorio at second, Lenin at first. Still no one out as we go back to the top of the order of James Harris. And here comes Ross Peoples to slow the pace as he comes out of the Barnstormers dugout to go over things of Silk. Right on time. And will give us time to take a look around the Atlantic League and an Atlantic League update brought to you by Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care. Not much to update. It's really the only game in town right now. York and Lancaster playing a doubleheader. Play game 2 after a 30-minute intermission following game 1. Later in the Atlantic League tonight, 6:35 p.m. start in Southern Maryland as the Blue Crabs host the Ducks another time. And then at 6:50, the Gastonia Honey Hunters at Caramount Health Park will host the Lexington Legends. And then it's a battle for first place in the South down in Charleston, West Virginia, as the Power and High Point Rockers, both tied for first at 23 and 15, will look to make a decisive first place holder after the conclusion of tonight's game. 7:05 p.m. first pitch from Appalachian Power Park. First pitch to Harris, misses upstairs for ball, 1 on the count.
North Division's just passing each other around. That's how diseases get shared.
Dang it. Spit out my cough drop, Darryl. 1-0. This is low near the feet of Harris, who pulls a foot back, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. But I want to talk about the South Division real quick, Darryl. If I saw correctly, the Power will be making a name change next season.
Yep.
They will be part-time Charleston Charlies, but they're looking for a more long-term name. 2-0. This is upstairs, ball 3. It's 3-0.
Yeah, later this month, they will unveil, and they're having their fans guess what it is. They've
already decided.
Yes, they have decided.
We're still trying to figure out names for Hagerstown and Staten Island.
Yeah.
3-0. That misses ball 4. A 4-pitch walk worked by James Harris. And hey, the bases are loaded of Revs here in the 5th. No one out. Gregorio is at third. Lenin Rodriguez at second as Harris takes first. And Silk's walk problems have come back here in the bottom of the fifth. Load the bases, no one out for Jack Kenley. 0 for 1 of a flyout and walk this afternoon, but he burned the Barnstormers last night with a double and a home run.
A big inning would be huge here.
Bases loaded, no one out for Kenley. Silk's first pitch, way away, and De La Rosa claims to his left. Ball 1 of the count.
Charlie Snyder. Hey, Charlie. Hey, Charlie.
1-0 the count. The first pitch missed outside. Rebs trail 7-2. 1-0. That'll miss ball 2. 2-0. Wind blowing slightly in again. Now kind of circling to blowing in and then slightly to the left. Either that or it's the Dyson on high power. 2-0. And missed ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes the count for Jack Kenley. And Silk is 1 missed pitch away from walking in a run. Rebs need 5 to tie at 7-2. 3-0. That's outside, ball 4, and a walk will bring in a run. RBI worked by Jack Kenley on the bases-loaded walk. He heads to first, his second walk of the afternoon. Osmi Gregorio will come in from third base. Everyone else moves over 1. Lenin now at third, James Harris at second, Kenley first up in the RBI. And it's a 4-run game, 7-3.
Well, with the track record and having seen Silk this year, you have to stay the course and believe that you can put together an inning like this at some point where he loses feel for the strike zone, and hopefully the Revs with their bats can compound it.
Bases still loaded, and the tying run is at the plate in Carlos Franco. First pitch in there for a strike. Silk finally finds the strike zone after a plethora of misses. 0-1. One swing of the bat, York can be right back in this. Bases loaded, no one out. 0-1 to Franco. Upstairs and away for a ball. It's 1-1. Franco so far 0 for 2 against Silk, strikeout and ground out. We'll see how much further they'll allow Silk to go as they have Eads warming up in the Lancaster bullpen, former major leaguer. 1-1. This is low in the dirt, blocked by De La Rosa slightly to the left. 2-1. Open Sam from the left side as a 2-1 from Silk. That'll miss, ball 3. It's 3-1. Silk walking the tightrope against Franco. And he's another missed pitch away from walking in another run. Silk a look in, now readies, turns, 3-1. Outside, ball 4. Another walk comes in on a consecutive bases-loaded free pass. Franco the RBI, and he will take first. Lenin will score from third, and the Revs are back within 3, 7-4. And Ross Peoples has seen enough.
He was doing great.
I agree. Keep him in. Unfortunately, he will not listen to our cries of support for Augie Silk. As Silk exits, and right-hander Ryan Eads comes in. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. First pitching change of the afternoon. Eads is in, Silk out. Take a break here in the Revs Radio Network. It's Lancaster 7, York 4. They trail by just 3. Tell you more about Eads after this on the Revs Radio Network.
Pennsylvanians are creating their own soundtrack. Thanks to PA Lottery Scratch-Offs, excitement's back. Pennies, nickels, dimes, or quarters, no matter your choice, scratching's always in order. With big top prizes and second chance drawings, thrills await. They're out there calling. If it's excitement you seek and you're looking for action, play the PA Lottery. And keep on scratching. Must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
The York County Solid Waste Authority turns up the heat every day. On your garbage, that is. Advanced waste-to-energy technology is used to burn garbage at 1,800 degrees Fahrenheit in environmentally controlled combustion units. This reduces air emissions and produces electricity, enough to power 20,000 homes every minute of every day. Visit www.ycswa.com to learn more. In York County, garbage is power.
Shadowfax is committed to helping people with intellectual disabilities live an everyday life in their home and community. Currently, Shadowfax is seeking applicants with a passion for making a difference, one person at a time. Open positions include residential direct support professional, day services community support staff, LPN, IT manager, and residential schedulers. For a full list of open positions and pay rates, visit shadowfax.org. Shadowfax, building relationships, creating possibilities. Shadowfax is an equal opportunity employer.
New FM signal, new website. Get features, live broadcasts, and on-demand game broadcasts and shows online at 989WOYK.com.
Well, who can it be now? Well, as we said, it's Ryan Eads as he takes over on the mound for Lancaster in a pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. Bases loaded, no one out. Revs trail by 3-7-4. Tying run at first base, and Carlos Franco, the go-ahead run, he's at the plate. Nelly Rodriguez, he's 1 for 2 for 2-run home run and a ground out. Former Major Leaguer Eads is ready. First pitch to Nelly. Drops a little low for ball one, 1-0 the count. Eads so far on the season, no record, 0 ERA, making his 7th appearance of the year, 4th against York. Against York, he's allowed just an unearned run on a total of 1 hit. Riveting stuff. Long story short, he's been really tough against York this season in just a brief amount of time. First pitch missed to Nelly, now kind of a battle of wills and a sight of a stare down, and both will take time. Nelly out of the batter's box, and Eads briefly with a foot off the rubber. Eads ball behind his back, now in the glove. 1-0 the count. Next pitch. Franco turns on one, and this just rolls foul. Sharply hit as it went towards the third base bag, but to the left of it. Harris had to skip out of the way, trying to make sure he didn't get smacked by it. Foul ball, third base side from Nelly, 1-1. Hit sharply and tried to work it towards that corner. Couldn't get it there. 1-1. Eads set at the waist. The righty deals the 1-1. Rodriguez fouls it off the plate for a strike. It's 1-2. Eads spending time at the major league level in 2019 with both the Twins and the Orioles. .238 ERA and 8 appearances in the majors, 0-1 record. 1-2. Swung on and missed by Rodriguez. He's down on strikes for the first out here in the 5th. 1 away, bases still loaded, and we'll see if Josue Herrera can be the hero. He will represent the go-ahead run at the plate, with Franco still the tying run at first. The full sit rep, Kenley at second, James Harris at third. Lancaster has walked 4 Revs batters total, 2 of them with the bases loaded. Bring in 2 York runs here in the 5th. 7-4 ball game. Now Herrera ready to face Eads. Lefty on righty matchup. First pitch, swing and a miss by Herrera for a strike, 0-1. The Revs, they were sitting on a lot of pitches from Silk because he was missing the strike zone of Eads. You don't exactly have that luxury because you know he can paint it. The count, the first pitch strike to Herrera from Eads. Ready, the next pitch. That slightly misses for a ball, 1-1. Bullpen activity for the Revs is it's now Eddie Paredes warming in the bullpen. Senor Walls getting ready for York. Now the 1-1. That just misses the outside corner for ball 2. It's 2-1. Earlier this season, Eads was in the Astros system. Played for the FCL Astros for a game and then made an appearance for AAA Sugarland. 6, in fact. 2-1. Swung on by Herrera. Ground ball third base. Coming in is Aleman. He'll throw towards the plate for an out, and that's the only play they'll get as Harris slides in, but he is out number 2. Fielder's choice and into by Herrera. Put out goes 5-2 at the plate for out number 2. But the bases will remain loaded. Herrera now at first. Carlos Franco heads to second. Jack Henley now at third. And Wellington Dotel, can he be the hero against Lancaster again? Go-ahead double last night and a 6-4 rain-shortened win. And he will be the go-ahead run at the plate with 2 outs and the bases loaded. Herrera now the tying run at first. Eads first pitch. Swung on a miss by Dotel. He's looking to launch. Whiffs at it for a strike, 0-1. We had sunlight for, I think, a millisecond. Now overcast skies retaking the skyline. It was fun while it lasted. Can the wind go away and the sun come back? That'd be swell. Here's the 0-1. That misses for a ball. It's 1-1.
Yeah, but then it'd be like 110 in this booth. So
this is what we have the Dyson for. And whatever the thing is behind us. I don't know that brand. But it was not enough because I had to bring in the Dyson about like midway through the season. 1-1. That drops in the dirt. De La Rosa to his knees to block it. 2-1. Entering play this afternoon, the North Division stands like this. Southern Maryland a half game up on the Ducks, who are at second. York just 2 games out at first at 18 and 19. Lancaster in the basement, 6 games back at 14 and 23. Here's the 2-1. Swung on by Dotel, fouls it off to the netting. Count moves to 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bases loaded. Revs trail by a trio, 7-4. Scoring in this bottom of the 5th for the first time since the first. Also collecting their first hit since that first inning. It's a leadoff single for Osman Gregorio, who later scored on one of the 2 bases-loaded walks from Augie Silk. 2-2. Dotel stays alive in an awkward foul ball carom as it kind of fouled off right near Dotel and then rocketed up to the top of the netting for foul ball. 2-2 it remains. Pardon us, we got to replace a battery a little earlier than expected. No? All right. We're on schedule, I guess. Field mic back operational. Here's the 2-2. Dotel stays alive again, fouling off another pitch from Eads, this time lower in the netting as it rolls back towards the plate. Again, 2-2. Well, if you want drama, you got it. The Revs found themselves in a 7-2 hole entering this 5th inning. They have the bases loaded. Tying run on the base paths. Go-ahead run at the plate. And another big 2-2 pitch coming up. Next offering. Swung on a miss, strike 3. Eads gets out of the jam. And Lancaster still holds a lead. But the Revs do score a pair. 2 runs come home for York in the bottom of the 5th, and we're through 5 here in Game 1 at PeoplesBank Park. It's the Barnstormers 7 and the Revs 4. Daryl Henry will take you the rest of the way starting in the 6th on the Revs Radio Network.
Suffering from chronic pain, anxiety, or insomnia? CBD Supply MD York has the solution for you. Natural alternatives to pain relief while combating high prescription prices and deductibles. Our products are high quality, organic, and third-party tested. Family owned and operated, CBD Supply MD York is community and family oriented and the most trusted source and supplier of the highest quality Delta 8 and CBD products, including oils, ointments, vapes, gummies, and pet treats. Call us at 817-1097. That's 817-1097. Or stop in and see us at 3923 East Market Street in York. CBD Supply MD York, your quality CBD supply in York.
Get ready to crush your goals. Join Crunch Fitness now for $1 and memberships starting at $10.99 a month. At Crunch, you get more of what you want. You can run, you can lift, you can train, you can jump, squat, lunge, dance, and hit it with us. And at Crunch, an obsession with so fresh and so clean means you can feel confident getting a safe workout. Join Crunch today and get 1 month free. Use code RADIO to claim your free month at crunch.com. That's the code RADIO at checkout to get 1 free month at crunch.com.
Come see why Jack GM Volvo has been York County's trusted new and used car dealer for over 50 years. In need of service for your vehicle? Get a free PA state inspection when you mention promo code REVS Baseball. 9 brands and 4 convenient locations. For more information and details, visit gmvolvo.com.
Listen live, on demand, and on the go. Download the new WOYK app on the Apple and Google Play stores today.
Head of the 6th. Revs get a little back, but still trails 7-4. All those walks that inning, the only hit they had in the inning was the leadoff hit. Osmi Gregorio, Augie Silk then walked the next 4 hitters, leading to eventually 2 runs, but could not piece another hit with it. Eddie Paredes takes over as we go to the 6th. Revs down 7-4. Barnstormers 7 runs, 9 hits, no errors. The Revs 4 runs, 3 hits, and 1 error. Duke Von Schaman today, 5 innings, 9 hits, 7 runs, 5 were earned. He did not walk any. Struck out 4. 88 pitches, 62 strikes. Barnstormers trying to beat him for the first time this season. Anderson De La Rosa will lead things off. Paredes 1-1 at 2.84 ERA in 28 outings for the year. He was last in last Friday at Southern Maryland. It's been a bit. And ready with his first pitch. That is inside, making De La Rosa dance. Barnstormers catcher has struck out and grounded out. Revs got off to a quick start. There's the 0-1. And a swing and a bouncing ball to short. Gregorio circles to his right to get in front of it. Sets and fires it across. 1 away as De La Rosa bounces out. And Nelly Rodriguez, a 2-run homer in the first inning. Got us started, but Lancaster scored in each of the next 4 innings, 7 unanswered. Tied it with 2 in the second, then a blue pit for the lead in the third, 1 more in the fourth, 3 more in the fifth. Here is Clear Luis Rondon. He's 1 for 2, singled and scored in the third inning. Paredes kicks and fires. Rondon shows bunt. Eddie delivers a strike. Switch hitter batting from the right. Barnstormers do have bullpen activity. Eads is really tough. And it looks like we might see somebody following him in the bottom of the 6th. There's the 0-1. And a backdoor slider. Bent back down for a strike. Revs still with 6 outs to play with offensively, down 3 here in game 1. And then meeting number 25 of the season will follow as Rondon backs away. Had Something up near his eyes, some dirt perhaps. Paredes fires. And it is a called third strike. Up and away, and Rondon is rung up. Paredes goes 2 up, 2 down here in the 6th. On our WellSpan Sports Medicine injury report, Malky Mesa already several days into his rehab from that hamstring suffered at Southern Maryland. Alberto Rodriguez, they shut him down from throwing for a few days with some stiffness, but saw him out running earlier today, looking to make a comeback soon. Here is Melvin Mercedes. He takes the first pitch strike. On Lancaster's side, they just got Mercedes back here this week from a broken hand. Of course, 2019, he missed time with a broken ankle. Can't buy a break. I guess he can, unfortunately, as Paredes misses way outside. Too soon for that. Like, I wasn't trying to do that. Mercedes 1 for 3, doubled and scored in the 5th. Pitch to him, breaking ball, he swings and fouls it upstairs. He had the leadoff double in the 5th, little dribbler inside the bag at third. Rebs had him played off the bag to pull, and he found fair territory. Jump-started that 3-run inning. Well, everybody cancel your plans because Gabriel Moya is the one getting ready for the bottom of the 6th. Good thing we have lights here. Pitch is swung on, line to shallow right. Dotel in, can't get there, has to play it on a hop. He thought about it, but Mercedes on the 2-out single to right. Yeah, if this were the old days before stadium lights existed, Moya coming in, I'm not sure we'd finish.
So I should cancel my dinner reservation?
Yeah.
Sorry, honey.
Yeah, you should do it now. Like, give her time to make other plans. Here's Alejandro De Aza. 1 for 3, a bunt single, and a run scored last inning. Left against left, Paredes delivers, and that's low and outside. Well, you and I have dinner plans. We're going to use these nice little staff food vouchers and go to the concession stand later.
Boy!
Might even... no. It's going to... Macho Nacho, but we have an early bus tomorrow morning. Here's the 1-0. And this one swung on and fouled. Third base side, out of play.
Well, I don't.
Yeah.
So that could be an option.
Yeah. It's all right. I have other stuff I like.
Might have to multitask at the notes tomorrow, but, you know.
You are, I mean, you're a workhorse. You got football tomorrow. Rebs game notes. I know those are your favorite.
I do enjoy them. Just, you know.
It's every day. Here's a fastball. It is very close and not a strike, and then they appeal out near second, and De Aza evidently didn't go either. No, it's 2-1.
Yeah. So Friday I'm busy, but Saturday, don't bother.
I won't.
Consider me unavailable.
Well, same to you on Monday.
Fair.
It's the 2-1. And it is down and away, just missed.
Pool day on Monday? Or no, wait, the pool will be closed, wouldn't it?
Yeah, closed.
You know, like a kiddie pool at home you can just lounge in?
There's a, like the toddlers can stand up. There's one that can stand up on the deck.
Oh, okay.
So maybe that could be fun for me too. 3-1. And a swing and a foul up over the roof. And we got to look at the temperature for Monday. So a lot of factors go into it. Rebs down 7-4 here in the 6th. Mercedes is going to be on the run, full count, 2 outs. Paredes nods yes. Here's the stretch. Nelly holding to keep him honest. Delivers. And a swing and a drive the other way and left. Harris backs up onto the track. Turns and he reaches up and makes the play. Hauls it in front of the manual scoreboard. Had to change directions. Zigzagging slightly going back, but he reels it in to end the inning. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 man left. Go to the bottom of the 6th. It's still 7-4 Lancaster.
Hey, psst. Yeah, you. You want to buy some low-priced groceries? Just follow me into this well-lit Lidl grocery store. Here at Lidl, we buy in bulk and cut down on costs wherever possible. Then we pass the savings on to you. Trust me, everything's done totally legit and above board. Nothing to be worried about. Yep, Lidl's pretty great. It's just your run-of-the-mill grocery store, except with way lower prices. Lidl. Suspiciously low-priced groceries.
Planting a tree, putting in a mailbox, whatever your project, Columbia Gas reminds you to be safe and call 811 before you dig and know what's below. Safe digging is no accident. Call 811 at least 3 business days before you start your digging project, and your utility companies will come out to mark any underground lines near your work area. Calling 811 is free for Pennsylvania homeowners, and it's the law. For more information, visit columbiagaspa.com.
Facing a legal issue can be a frightening time. What's my course of action? How do I know who to call? Fortunately, the York County Bar Association makes it easy. Now, you only need to make 1 call to find the right lawyer for you. Call the York County Bar Association and let us help you find the right lawyer with our Attorney Connection Lawyer Referral Service. Just call 854-8755 or visit yorkbar.com. Don't hesitate in getting the help you need. Contact the York County Bar Association and let us help you find the right attorney at the right time.
Listen live and on demand with the new WOYK app and online at 989WOYK.com.
At the bottom of the 6th inning, Gabriel Moya will bring this one to a grinding halt. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. 7-4, Lancaster leads. Rebs will have Encarnacion, Gregorio, and Rodriguez due up against the Tortoise.
Yes, La Tortuga.
Does somebody actually have that nickname?
I just remember it from Breaking Bad.
Oh, right.
That was Danny Trejo's character's name, I believe, in that series. But he got blown up.
That's a shame. That's the one that I'm only like 20 minutes into, so I'm going to have to start over.
Gotta catch up.
I forget what I've watched already, so. Encarnacion will lead things off. 0 for 2 today. And Moya with the pitch. It is swung on and missed. Starts him with a changeup. Moya 3-1 with a 2.47 ERA, 42 outings. Although he does have almost as many unearned runs as earned runs given up, so he's pitched well, but the total damage against him a little bit more. 0-1, and a swing and a pop-up foul back out of play. He has held opponents just a 186 average, has 1 save, 12 holds, which leads their team. And they have a 3-run lead. He'll be trying to set it up for Schumann. Revs, a disappointing performance in this one so far, only 3 hits. 2 of those in the first, including the Nelly home run, just 1 other one since. Moya kicks and fires home and a swing and a pop-up foul toward the first base dugout. De La Rosa a look. And out of room, that lands about halfway up into the seats. Gregorio gets out of his way. De La Rosa gives him a playful tap to the chest. Two strikes on Encarnacion, it remains. Grab's last inning had the tying run on base, but somebody's getting pulled over. Moya delivers, and it is inside. Hey, Ray, that reminds me of the time we were coming back from that high school game at Cumberland Valley.
That was on you. And he got pulled over twice.
Same night.
Once with me, and then once when you were like 2 minutes from home.
Yeah, well, the light was out. I wasn't doing anything wrong. I just didn't know that. As JC backs out.
What stunk is that the cop's printer wasn't working the first time we got pulled over, so he couldn't give you the, yes, I know my light is out, please leave me alone, free pass.
I gave him the verbal version of it. He was very nice, but...
The second one.
Yeah.
The first one was nice, too.
Pitch is swung on and missed. Fastball away. And Moya sets down Encarnacion to begin the sixth. I feel like I'm aging, Ray, because I've told that story now so many times. I need some new stories, but preferably not involving getting pulled over. That night it was more of an annoyance. Here's Osmi Gregorio, who's walked, singled, and scored. That's down to their final 5 outs. Moya with the pitch, and it is a little bit low. Now, tonight, if I'm the one that gets asked to help turn on the lights, that's fine because we have like 2 or 3 minutes in between most pitches when Moya's out there. Here's the 1-0, swing and a miss, a changeup. Especially once somebody gets on base, then it's... oof. And I don't know if it's part of his MO, if he's trying to keep the hitters out of a rhythm. It's not really the way they teach you to do it. Fires, and a swing and a foul tip back behind the plate.
His delivery is quick, though.
Yes.
Just the time in between those deliveries that you could read a book and get about like halfway.
He is very quick to the plate. Well, once he lifts his leg.
Yes.
Yeah.
Also, I just remembered La Tortuga, the nickname for Williams Astudillo for the Twins.
Oh, okay. Now fires, and a smash! It's caught by Moya! Gregorio with a bullet back to the mound, and Moya with his glove down to the side of his right knee. Caught it just a couple of feet off the ground. His glove was in a perfect position on the follow-through, and I don't know if he caught it as much as it found him. That thing was drilled and right into the glove for out number 2. Looking at the replay, it looked like it even had some top spin, and I don't know how you read that and make the play unless it just happens to find your pocket. Here's Lenin Rodriguez. First pitch is outside, but called a strike. Another phenomenal performance from the computer on that one.
Even Moya gave that one a look and with a kind of question mark on his face, but he'll take it.
1-0. Or, I'm sorry, the 0-1. I mean, I was right, but whatever. Now it's a called strike.
We're never wrong.
It'll count as 0-2.
We're perfect.
There goes the perfect season. Made it to game number 98. Here's the 0-2. And a swing and a foul upstairs. Lenine has popped up, walked, and scored here today. Revs down 7-4 here in the bottom of the 6th. 3-game overall winning streak in jeopardy. So is their 6-gamer head-to-head against Lank. Moyes to the plate, and a half swing from Lenine, and the plate on Zawiski said he went on it. Pitch was up out of the zone, but he couldn't stop. And a 1-2-3 6th inning for Moya. Head of the 7th here in game 1. Isaac Sanchez coming in. Revs trail the Barnstormers still at 7-4.
There's a lot of talk out there about good health care. We all want a good plan. But step outside and take a good look at all those beautiful trees and shrubs in your yard. Do you have a plan to maintain their good health? Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care has a veteran staff of 12 fully licensed and trained tree health care professionals to rely on, including 10 certified arborists and 3 PA certified horticulturalists. So don't let your trees and shrubs fend for themselves against Mother Nature. Visit heritagelawnandlandscape.com and get world-class care right in your backyard.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called PeoplesBank Park. PeoplesBank has been serving the community for more than 155 years. Always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make our communities great, and to you having a great time at PeoplesBank Park. PeoplesBank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
WellSpan Health delivers orthopedic care you can count on. From common bone and joint problems to complex injuries, our team of surgeons, physicians, therapists, and athletic trainers work together for you. We are here for professional athletes, athletes in training, and the weekend warrior. We're the official sports medicine provider for the York Revolution, the York Suburban Trojans, and your weekend tennis team. That's how WellSpan Health delivers orthopedic care you can count on.
Downtown's ready. Are you? The Revs play here. Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK, York.
Head of the 7th, Isaac Sanchez comes in. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. 7-4 Lancaster leads. Revs will have one last crack at it, facing Scott Schumann in the bottom of the 7th as he begins to throw. Sanchez has been great here in the second half. Overall, he's 4-0 with a 4.73 ERA. Tonight he appears in game number 40 of his season. He has struck out the side in each of his last 2 outings, even though Sunday at Southern Maryland gave up 1 run, but he had 3 straight hits to begin that inning, a run home, the lead was cut to 1, and then he whiffed the next 3. Came up huge in that win on Sunday, a 1-run game, until Carlos Franco put it away with a 9th inning home run. And Isaac, since August 7th, a 1.69 ERA. Kelly Dugan will lead things off. Is 1 for 2, bloop RBI hit, deep sac fly, and he swings and misses. First pitch splitter. And Dugan is driven in 2. Last week in Lancaster, Sanchez got a win and scored the winning run as a pinch runner. Here's a swing and a fly ball foul the other way and left. Or not even as a pinch runner, he stayed in to run for himself in extra innings. Second run that he's scored this season. Had a walk-off run as a pinch runner in July. He fires, and it's down in the dirt. Lenine picks. Dugan stopped in time. Revs bullpen, last 18 games, a 198 ERA. It's really been a strength most of the time. Pitch, and a swing and a miss. Splitter, and Sanchez strikes out another one. His last 7 outs have all been on strikeouts. His last 3 appearances, 1 away. Now here is Ladarius Clark. Actually, his last 8 outs have all been on strikeouts. As Clark swings and misses, first pitch split. Goes back to last Thursday in Lancaster. Oh, 1, and a swing and a ground ball under Sanchez's glove. He dove off the mound, but Kenley is right there to gobble it up and throw to first. And that was a thing of beauty, 2 away. He was on his follow-throughs, started to lunge toward it. And then just, did he dive or did he just bite it?
More like a graceful fall.
It's like doing the worm.
Oh, man.
Half the worm. It's about the only half I can do.
Well, you're blessed with a recording that I'm sure his teammates will pull up for him after the game.
Here's Devon Torrens pinch hitting. He takes low. Yes. Hashtag blessed. 1-0. That is down. Torrens hitting .238. No home runs, 16 RBIs. Switch hitter bats left. Here's the wind, 2-0. And a shot off the mound and up the middle. It's a ground ball base hit. Sharply hit, 2-out single. Barnstormers' 11th hit to the Revs' 3. Caleb Gindel coming up. Gindel 2 for 3. 2 RBI single in the 5th, which extended their lead at the time to 7-2. Revs got 2 back in their half of the 5th, but left them loaded and still climbing uphill with 3 outs to play with. First pitch from Isaac, that is outside. The 1-0, that is high and wide. Revs in the bottom of the 7th do have the top of the order coming up, so they will try to give Schumann their best shot to keep this winning streak alive. Lancaster trying to snap an 11-game losing streak. It's a franchise record. Pitch is down low, a snap, throw to first, and Torrens went back standing a little bit casually. And 11 straight losses for Lancaster, 13 out of 14. Longest losing streak they've ever had. Revs happy to be a part of it. Here's the 3-0. And a swing and a high drive to deep right center. Encarnacion trots over. He will have room and makes the grab shy of the track. Now Gindel kept in the yard. He flies out deep. And Sanchez with a scoreless top of the 7th. Last chance for the Revs here in game 1. Scott Schumann will be coming in. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. We go to the bottom of the 7th. It's Lancaster 7, York 4.
The 1741 Club is here. You in? PeoplesBank Park introduces a revolution in hospitality in York. The 1741 Club, presented by UPMC. Now open on the skybox level of PeoplesBank Park, the 1741 Club features stylish design and contemporary decor, all-inclusive food and beverages, and totally flexible ticket purchase options. The hottest spot in York is the place to entertain and thank customers, reward employees, celebrate family occasions, or simply treat yourself to an all-inclusive experience at the ballpark. Nightly menus include enhanced classics and a rotation of special offerings, and house selections of draft beer and wine and a full range of non-alcoholic beverages are included in the ticket price. 1741 Club tickets are available for individual purchase through 3 levels of membership or as season tickets, and they can be used for any of the York Revolution's home games based on availability. The 1741 Club, presented by UPMC. You in? Details and pricing at 1741club.com.
Did you know that York County has a new brand? A brand built on the maker's spirit that drives our economy. York County, stretching west from the Susquehanna, downtown through the city of York, and over to the borough of Hanover, preserves 3 centuries of life in South Central PA. From farms to factories, motorcycles to snack foods, art to history, we make it all in York County. Learn more today at haveitmadehere.com.
Get the latest on the Orioles with the Baltimore Baseball Show, hosted by Dan Connolly. Mondays at 6 on Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK.
Well, we don't really have a 7th inning stretch here today, but if we did, it would be brought to you by the newly renovated 4-point Sheraton of York. Last chance for the Revs. We go to the bottom of the 7th in Game 1, trailing 7-4, and Scott Schumann takes over. 3-3 with a 1.54 ERA on the season, 16 for 19 in save opportunities. 41 innings, just 27 hits. The league hitting 181 against him. 16 walks, 62 strikeouts. 3rd in the league in saves, behind Fuller with 23, Latos with 21. And Schumann's been outstanding recently. His last 22 innings, just 1 earned run on 10 hits. But the Revs have their work cut out for them. They do have the top of the order coming up. James Harris will lead things off. 1 for 2, single, run, also a walk. Revs against Schumann this year. He is 3 for 4 in save opportunities. 2-1 in 11 outings, a 0.69 ERA, 13 innings, 8 hits, 2 walks, 19 strikeouts, 3 runs, 1 earned. Here we go. Harris will try to get things started. Kenley and Franco will follow. First pitch, fastball. It is high at 93. Trailing 7-4 here in the bottom of the 7th. One-0. Look out. That's in tight. 2-0 count to Jimmy, leading things off, trying to get on any way he can to start it. And he swings and fouls it back over the roof. Schumann's 4th year in Lancaster. He had previously been in the league with Bridgeport and Long Island. .33 years old. He fires and is swinging a well-struck ball to center. De Aza heading over into right center, though, and it dies out there. He makes the play. Harris didn't quite square it up. The Revs down to their final 2 outs in Game 1. Jack Kenley to the plate. 0 for 1 with 2 walks. One of those did produce a run with the bases loaded in the 5th. First pitch, he lays off up. Schumann, who early in his career was in the Giants and Rays organizations. One-0. Swing and a little flare at short, and Rondone's got it. He got in on Kenley and jammed him. And Rondone, backing up to the skirt of the outfield, makes the play for out number 2. Carlos Franco to the plate. And he's 0 for 2, but also had a bases loaded walk back in the 2-run 5th. But not much going for the Revs offense in this one. Certainly not since Nelly's bomb in the 1st. Just 3 hits down to their final out. We'll break in between games. Let you enjoy some Fox Sports Radio, which I know you will. And time asked for. Become kind of a dark, dreary, overcast evening. First pitch to Franco is up high. Oh, good. Thunderstorms possible at 8:15. That's what I wanted.
You got a percentage on that?
Within the 8 o'clock hour, only 31, so.
I'll take those odds.
1-0. Swing and a miss. A fastball down around the knees.
Well, if you looked at the totals, Daryl, you'd be kind of shocked to find out which team was on an 11-game skid and which team had won their last 3 coming into the game.
Schumann ready. He deals. That is in tight. Silk, a young guy, had struggled, so kind of disappointing they couldn't do more with him. And then once he started to walk everybody in the 5th, disappointing they couldn't get more out of it. Ryan Eads came in, shut the door. 2-1 to Franco, swing and a miss, a slider down. Revs down to their final strike in game 1.
Figured for sure Eads would be in line for the win. But it is to the score's discretion, which was the most effective reliever. But getting out of a bases-loaded jam with 2 strikeouts, I think that would qualify for a W.
Schumann deals, and a swing and a foul tip into the backstop. Two and 2 it stays. Crowd is filled in as we have hit our normal start time on a Thursday evening. Schumann fires, and a swing and a miss. High fastball at 96, and that'll do it. It's a 1-2-3 7th. He's got his 17th save. Revs dropped the opening game of this doubleheader to the Barnstormers, and with last night eventually no longer a doubleheader, the Revs are officially now 0-8 in doubleheader openers this season, assuming that we do play game 2 tonight. And their 3-game winning streak halted, their 6-game head-to-head streak against Lancaster halted, and for the Barnstormers, they end their franchise record 11-game skid. 7-4 is the final. We'll take a break, recap this one for you, and then we'll send it to Fox Sports Radio for a tad in between games. And our post game for game 1 is coming up next.
You get in your car, and you start your car. You put the car in gear, and you go nowhere.
What the?
Because your transmission has failed, or You try and put it in gear and it makes an awful grinding noise. Or you put it in gear and take off, but when it's time for the transmission to shift, the RPMs just go higher, but you aren't gaining any speed. Dang it! Now you've heard of the good-looking genius and the crew at Broadway Transmission, right here on the radio. But now all you have to do is go to www.broadwaytrans.com to arrange a tow right from the website, and in a flash, your vehicle is on its way to the recovery, and with the best tracked warranty in the industry. Easy financing, free towing with repairs, AAA authorized, and the most recommended family-owned transmission shop around since 1951.
Broadway Transmission will get your shift together and stand behind it too. Visit us on the web at broadwaytrans.com or stop in and see how it's done.
I felt like my well-being was tied to the morning stock numbers. I wanted to invest, but grew tired of the stress of potential losing it all. A friend of mine suggested I talk to Tom Dasher about a fixed index annuity that could be a stable option while still seeing potential growth. Tom has been helping folks here in York County for over 30 years. Give him a call at 717-487-2096 to see if he can assist you.
New FM signal, new website. Visit us online at 989WOYK.com and take us on the go. Download the new WOYK app today.
Revs fall in game one of the doubleheader 7-4. They will go for a split coming up with designated start time for game two, 7:15. Lefty Sean McFagan will make his Revs debut against Kyle Johnson, who makes his Barnstormers debut after coming over from the Frontier League. So another game coming up as the Revs try to get a split and take 3 out of 4 in this series from the Barnstormers, but kind of a disappointing loss in game one. On paper, they had the advantage in the pitching matchup with Duke Von Schaman going up against Augie Silk, and got off to a quick start as Nelly Rodriguez pounded a long 2-run homer to left center in the first inning, his 18th of the year, but Lancaster came back to tie it 2-2 in the second. RBI single from Blake Galen. Blake Alleman later an RBI ground out. Then they took the lead for good in the third, and the 2-out bloop RBI hit to left from Kelly Dugan. Added on in the fourth, an Alleman RBI double to right center, and then 3 in the fifth as they scored 7 unanswered, scoring in 4 consecutive innings. And in the fifth, it was a Dugan sac fly to deep center, and later a 2-out, 2-run broken bat single to right from Caleb Gindel. Clark scored all the way from first on it, as I think Dotel and Wright kind of got caught figuring that Clark was going to be held at third, and Ross Peoples gave him a late send to the plate, and he made it. And that gave them a 7-2 lead. Revs had not had a hit since the Nelly home run in the first until Osmi Gregorio led off the home fifth with a base hit. And I don't know if that rattled Silk or what, but 4 consecutive walks followed, the final 2 of which forced in runs to bring York within 7-4, but Ryan Eads came in, retired all 3 that he faced in the middle of the order, 2 strikeouts and a fielder's choice at the plate. And then Moya 1-2-3 in the 6th, and Schumann 1-2-3 in the 7th. So 3 Lancaster relievers perfect. 9 up, 9 down. Revs did get strong relief from Paredes, who was scoreless in the 6th, and Isaac Sanchez, who did the same in the 7th. But Lancaster building the lead, and the Revs had that one threat in the 5th, but could not get any closer. Your final totals in game one for the Barnstormers: 7 runs, 11 hits, no errors. They left 5 on base. For the Revs, 4 runs on just 3 hits, 1 error, and they left 5. The win goes to Ryan Eads. He is 1-0. Duke Von Schaman the loss, 5-8. Scott Schumann his 17th save. Time of the game, 2 hours and 32 minutes. And your Kochman Kunkel Insurance Group player of the game, Nelly Rodriguez, the first inning home run. It was a tape measure shot, but it was the high point of the offense for the Revs in game one. And only 1 more hit the rest of the night, just 3 hits total. Take a quick look around the league, brought to you by Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care before we break. here in between games, and got some other ones underway now, but just barely underway. Long Island and Southern Maryland have just gotten started in Waldorf tonight. Joe Iorio, 10-2. He goes for the Ducks. Colton Mahoney, 7-4, goes for Southern Maryland. Revs at this very moment are now 2.5 behind Southern Maryland and 2 behind Long Island in the North Division second half standings. Lexington and Gastonia will get started here in about 7 minutes at Caramont Health Park, and High Point at West Virginia. They're tied for first, and they will play coming up at 7:05 in Charleston. Now, we'll have more updates throughout the evening, and our targeted first pitch time for Game 2 tonight is 7:15. Sean McFagan making his Revs debut, just brought in from the Empire League, where he was that league's pitcher of the year. And Lancaster will go with right-hander Kyle Johnson, who they just got from the Frontier League. That is your matchup with the final of 25 head-to-head meetings this season coming up in about half an hour. But until then, we'll send it to Fox Sports Radio as we break here in between games, and for Gracie Priest on our stream controls tonight, and Ray Jensen in the booth with me. Daryl Henry saying so long for about 30 minutes, and we'll come back shortly before first pitch for Game 2, get you set with the lineups and the start of that one. Revs fall to the Barnstormers 7-4, your final in the opener tonight. And we'll be back shortly here on Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK.